Hello, everybody, and welcome to Elite Encounters. Do not adjust your dial. I am the acting seer for this evening, as our seer has taken some unapproved time off to go venture in another country. So shame on you. And when you come back, I believe if you just check out the title of the show, it's Look What Your Vampire Has Done. So we're going to leave you with a shit sandwich and all kinds of stuff for you to clean up when you get back. But in all reals, we hope you enjoy your time off. Take your vacation, enjoy it, because you're going to need it when you get back. So, what do we do here at Elite Encounters? Elite Encounters is a live play TTRPG, and today we're playing Pathfinder 2nd Edition in our homebrew world of Iota Dree. It is a homebrew world that has like 20 years of rich history, and we play here every Tuesday at 6 to bring you 3 hours of uninterrupted dick jokes and fun things and all kinds of shenanigans that we get into. What, do you think I'm not just going to go there? Because I know that's where we're headed.
I mean, let's just start.
Right?
6:01.
Yeah, bam. I'm just hitting it on the head so we can get it out of the way, right?
Well, yeah. Just kind of pop.
I would employ you today to go grab all of your friends and drag them into the channel and to the chat. And it's going to be a super exciting episode. And the goal this evening is to kill Avery. I mean, to have a great time. So sit back, relax, grab your soda and your chips, and let's get rocking. I would implore you to check out elite-encounters.com, which is our website. You can go find all of the information there. Go check out our Patreon. We have 4 unique tiers that offer you physical rewards, all the way up to and including the cool sweatshirts that we have that kind of look like this, but are gray and purple. And man, we would love to, if you're new here, hit that follow button, hit subscribe on that YouTube page. It helps us grow, helps the algorithm just kind of show them that you like our content. So without any further ado, I know I've got my foot on the gas. I hope you do too. We got a lot to get through today. So this is Esteban's favorite part of the show. I keep hearing every week after week after week, previously on Soul Severed. Our group found ourselves in the Dark Place, which is a little hole-in-the-wall, run-down dive bar that has many patrons, and they were drawn there by a song that was being played by a local bard who seems to collect musical repertoires that have been written and kind of trades them like currency. The group wandered in. I know Sunshine and Civil were at the bar. Esteban had a conversation. We sent him in to do some forward scouting. And by forward scouting, we mean...
Flirting.
Yes. Thank you.
I mean, look.
That's not what we meant, but that's what he did.
Correct.
You get to look. I get to work towards my strong suit. Okay, that's what we start with, and we work into the details after that.
No, that's fair.
Don't be an ass.
That's my job today.
It's your job every day.
Bet.
Absolutely.
So Esteban was put on the point man to kind of gather some information or lay low in the bar, so that way we could find the Ebon Accord as they came in to essentially meet with Velkrin to turn in all of this Blightstone. And Civil was a little distracted by the performance that was being played by Esteban. Had actually moved from his seat by Sunshine to standing in the back of the room, watching, almost enthralled, but watching very intently at this performance that Esteban was putting on. I mean, to be fair, this is really only like the second time in his existence that he's actually played a whole piece all the way through. That doesn't involve a wake-up call in the morning. So,
Kind of offended when it's.
Absolutely true.
as Civil had moved across the room, a figure with a pipe smoking a kind of pungent-smelling, I guess weed, for a better point of term, some kind of plant is being smoked in this pipe, walks up and introduced herself to Ash, had a very pointed conversation with Sunshine about her knowing who you are, and there being many people in this bar that would be
Conversation with me.
being looking to cash in on a bounty. And I think that's where we're going to pick up, is this conversation between Ash and Sunshine. So, dear, I everybody knows who you are, and quite frankly, this isn't a place for you to be. Because
Hold on, let me focus. Pardon me.
Fix the cameras, Jakes. There you go.
so everybody
Sorry, does that help? Do I fit in more?
no. You glow like a beacon, dear. I'm sure you know that. Don't want to insult your intelligence. But, however, I'm a resourceful woman, and I believe that I could probably make sure that none of the bounty hunters that are in this area take notice or really care that you're here, for a price, of course.
What's your price?
Whoa.
Isn't it negotiable?
Oh, everything's negotiable. Everybody has a price. What are you willing to pay for your security? And she kind of glances around the bar. Not like seeing who's in the bar, but kind of is glancing around the bar to see who's taking note or who's watching to see what's happening. Do you do the same?
Sure.
So as you look around the bar, you don't really see anybody of note, like staring at you or the rest of the United States. Yeah, Darth Sunshine.
I have a cloak.
You don't see anyone taking note of the United Souls per se, but she is making eye contact with a lot of people around the bar. So, dear, do you have a deal? Are you going to pay for your protection, or are you going to risk it?
I want to know how much your service is going to cost.
Well, I mean, there are quite a few of you.
The one with the bounty, apparently.
Oh, I didn't say that.
Oh. Maybe we should gather and have a conversation.
Sure, if you'd like. I mean, I think that will probably garner a lot of attention.
Not here.
Oh, of course it will be here. Why would I leave here? You need my services, I don't need yours.
I'm not going to hire you if the entire party doesn't agree.
No, I agree with that. I just think it may be a little suspicious if, 7 of us just form a powwow in the middle of the bar. I do have a back room in the bar if you'd like to come in there and talk. Okay. So she lays her hand on the gentleman that has the blindfold on his face, and he kind of nods, and he walks over and he opens a door that leads to the back. She goes in, and the door is standing open. You can see her sitting inside the room at a large-looking, kind of stone-carved conference kind of table. Sits back and crosses her arms and waits for you to gather the rest of United Souls.
Avery, were you close? You were still at the bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
The others.
Hey, there's this cool thing called a microphone.
Yeah, it helps if it's turned on.
Yeah, it wasn't on.
Move it to your face.
The people at home want to hear you in your sad, sad story.
10
Nope.
minutes.
Oh,
There it is.
there it is.
I heard it peak.
Yeah.
I will get the others from outside.
Okay. How do you do that? How do you gather them? Do you just walk up and be like, "Yo, we got things to do"?
Pretty much, yeah. I say exactly that thing. I'm like, yo, we got things to do. When they look at me, I'll just be like, Sunshine.
Esteban and I were inside already.
Yeah, I think Ernela and the cats and
Yeah, I mean,
were
that
the only
cat
ones that were outside, I believe.
doesn't
Yeah.
let me go inside ever anymore. Is there a window?
Sure, there's
on
a
the
big
back side of.
there's a big window, but you can't see into the conference room where she's at. But there's a big window that you can see into but it's grimy, right? It's
Well, sure.
looking into this kind of dive bar.
So, can you see from the window to the conference room?
You cannot.
I don't know how I'm going to convince this cat to let me go inside.
Food.
Can you at least see from the window to the wall?
Yes. Yes.
No.
Yes.
Wow.
100%.
Food might be the only way I can do it. I will tell Elgato that I am going to go get him some food.
Okay. He looks kind of nervously at you,
I know,
and kind of like paws at your leg, kind of as you're walking away. But he looks like he trusts that you're going to bring him. At this point, probably crab, because that's what you brought him the last 5 times.
I don't know what they cook in this.
Yeah, right. Probably not crab.
I'm guessing we're not near the harbor. So I'll just go up to the bar and ask for whatever it is that they serve.
Sure. So he hands you a bowl of, it's like some kind of like traveling stew. It's got meat and got carrots and potatoes. It smells pretty good for like dive bar food. But it's probably dressed with some kind of pungent, maybe like clove or something that is like maybe masking some other smells, but
Sure,
it
yeah.
smells okay. It doesn't look like it would kill you or Elgato if you fed it to him.
Awesome. I'm going to need more than just one bowl. Can I just have the whole pot?
He will absolutely sell you the entire pot.
Okay, great. I will buy the whole pot.
Here you go. He'll charge you 5 gold pieces.
Okay. Sure.
And give you the monster pot of
Flat or gold?
whichever is the least.
Okay, 5 flat.
Flat.
Yeah.
Yeah, her
Great.
world's backwards, right? Yeah. So five
Yes.
platinum for
Backwards.
like straight off the fire cooking
Love that.
pot.
I don't know how I'm going to carry this.
He'll carry it out for you.
Oh, that's great. Could you take this outside to my cat with the tentacles?
Sure, he says.
Perfect. Thank you.
He obviously can't see, so he takes it outside and just walks a couple steps out into the street, and then just is like.
Perfect. Elgato, here's your dinner. I have to go to a meeting.
He kind of lets out this awkward purr kind of hiss, kind of like.
The guy
like,
brought
what?
your food. Be nice.
Okay. So
Eat your stew and let me go to this meeting.
you guys find yourself in the conference room. Esteban, do you join them in the conference room?
Of course.
Cyril will also
Stand there.
quietly walk behind Esteban into the conference room and then kind of shut the door as he walks in. So sitting around this table, you have Ash. She still has that pipe with that pungent smell kind of coming out the end. And she has her feet up on the table, and what looks to be maybe a book of parchment, kind of like a file, maybe almost, laid on the table in front of her. She says, well, I don't know why you're here, but it's a profitable day for me, I'm sure, because there are plenty of bounties out on all of you, and
Great.
this place is full of hunters that would like nothing more than to cash in on that. And so kind of as you guys sit at the table, she opens this parchment and kind of slides it across, and it's wanted posters, hand-drawn pictures of everyone in the party.
They? Even me?
There is not one of Esteban.
Huh.
Who's supplying these bounties, Share?
Oh, well, it's kind of a local thing. You guys have made more than enough ruckus in the area to warrant some investigation.
Pretty sure we're new to this area.
Yeah.
But,
Do the
Never been around
pictures
these
look
parts
like
before.
us?
oh yeah, they're very detailed.
Even mine. No, wait.
Like I don't know how long it's been since you've had your new hat, but your new hat is in the picture.
Oh my.
My mustache isn't that curly. So,
She
right.
compliments your mustache. Your mustache is beautiful. It looks
Thank
great.
you.
I think they've done quite the job capturing your likeness.
yours as well.
Indeed. But I'm not wanted.
No, I meant your mustache.
Oh, it's perfect.
She has a mustache.
Look, I'll get to the point. 10 gold pieces apiece, and I'll keep you safe.
You mean plat, right?
No, I don't.
Why does it say we're wanted?
It's because we do things.
No. What does the? I know why we would be wanted. I'm asking why does a poster say we're wanted?
Well,
Yeah.
It's because we're awesome.
Yes.
She's reading the poster. It says
Yeah,
wanted
yeah.
for crimes. Da da da.
it says wanted for crimes, and then like down below it, there's like a list. There's like treason and theft, and there's just like a laundry list of things.
We never did
What's
that.
this bullshit?
I don't even have anyone that I would be treasonous against.
I'll message Sunshine.
I mean, they could make up anything
Message
they want.
spell.
Oh, I understand.
We can definitely afford that. We just picked up 1,000 gold.
Why are you saying that out loud?
He's not.
Message
He's not.
spell
Doing
in
his
her
message.
brain. I figure you can relay that to the other elves in the party.
I have to touch them,
Oh.
and only once per day.
That's gonna be late. This is a cantrip.
What if you touch both of our arms
I'll do
at
that
the
to
same
everybody.
time?
and
Okay.
just-
You think it would just transfer?
So Chevy is relaying to you all individually, so all at the same time, so we can just speed it up. That you guys have enough money. You just came across 1,000 gold pieces if you wanted to pay for the protection of Ash, to make sure that you aren't going to be, accosted while you're here.
That's 60 gold.
And, I mean, I would like a perception to see if she is
Correct.
full of shit.
Roll it.
It would be 50 gold because they don't know about Esteban.
Do they know about
I rolled an
El Gasto?
18.
She's 100% telling you the truth. Like, you are wanted. She will take your money, and she'll make sure that the people who are looking for you from the bar won't know where you're going or where you're headed or, whatever your business is. She's as a merchant to a merchant. She's selling protection, and she believes in her product.
I mean, this isn't. This is a racket. Oh, hey, if you don't do it, I'm going to turn you in because that's how this works.
Well, she hasn't said that.
No, but she
No,
has.
To me.
How much are the
Correct,
bounties
but
worth?
not-
On these posters, how much are the bounties?
It doesn't give you a total.
Well, then it's.
It
It's
says
bullshit.
contact local magistrate.
Fine.
upon
I'll go contact the
There's
local
like
magistrate.
a dwarven rock number that I can dial to.
It'll. I mean, are you going to ask her where the magistrate is?
Yeah, how would I contact the magistrate?
Well, you could head to the constable's office.
Hey, actually, you know what? Let's
But
not
I-
do it.
You
But
do
I believe-
that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What if Esteban just
Excuse me
bountied
a
all of
moment.
us?
Well, unfortunately, dear, he's now here with you. So if he goes to the constable's office, I believe it'll probably not work in his favor.
Everything works in my favor. Everything.
I mean, you can take it or leave it, but the
know-
offer ends if the door opens without being accepted.
Exactly what is it you're offering? You say you can give us protection. We've done just fine by ourselves. What exactly are you
You've
protecting
never
us
been here before.
You've never met us before.
What's so special?
I know plenty of things about you.
What's so special about here?
I believe you and I have had a conversation where I told you I don't want to insult your intelligence, dear. And she
As far as I can see, there's nothing
she kind
special
of looks
here.
at you and she says, "Do you not do your own homework before you just saunter into places because you think you're big, bad, and untouchable?"
I never said I was that.
So, then
Hey,
would-
look at the
if
bards.
you did your research, then you would already know why you would be wanted here. And she turns her glance around and almost lands her glance at several standing against the back door.
Look,
She says, "Do I need to say more, or do I need to increase the price because now you're getting information from me?"
I'll gladly pay you for information, but I don't feel like paying you for something that I don't need, which is protection. I normally don't need protection.
Sure. That's your call. But if you'd like, I can offer it. If you don't want it, that's on you. But I would be very cautious about who you talk to here or who you come across. Or to be fair, I mean, I don't even know that I would be seen walking down the street with him.
That's normal, anyways.
So, do we have a deal or we don't? Because I have things I need to do.
So, if we pay you and you do not protect us, we get triple back.
Sounds great.
There. Now there's something in it for us, if you double cross us. Or we just take your life.
Well, that doesn't sound very noble.
I never said I was noble.
It's okay. You won't remember him in the next.
Apparently,
2
we're
days.
criminals.
Yeah, I mean,
That's what they say.
We are in a seedy establishment, and you're trying to rob us.
Right, so-
which is fair.
60 gold because he's going to interpose himself into the conversation. So 60 gold, we got protection. Is that what we're put it on the table? We can move on about our business.
We don't have any method of assurance that you would even protect us.
That's what I said.
We don't know what your skill set
But
is.
I have oh. So, dear,
I'm married. Don't dear me.
this is the seediest place in the town.
It is.
Anybody who is going to hunt you down is going to start here. I don't need skills to physically protect you. I can just keep them busy, give them other things to do, not tell them that you're here, or I can pay them off with the money that you give me.
And you're offering this because
It's a profit.
just profit? Purely
Because I'm
profit?
a woman of business. And there's business in bounties.
I feel like that's
Strong,
an
independent
opportunity for
woman.
something later on shirts.
There's a business in
Business and
bounties.
bounties.
Business and bounties, yeah.
So what do we say? And she slides like an open coin purse onto the table.
It's only money. I mean, you can always get more.
I'm fine with it.
I don't have any issues.
Into the open coin purse. 1, 2, and I just keep going.
These are coppers, right? Just one at a time.
No.
Don't be an asshole.
Which one?
I mean,
Him or me?
Yes.
we can sit in here as long as it takes for you to pay me, but I can't guarantee you what's out there on the other side of the door if you take all night.
I'm just making sure that you see exactly the amount that you got.
I trust you.
You do.
Oh yeah.
Well, that's one of us.
You don't trust you? That's unfortunate.
I don't trust
I
you.
don't trust me either, but I'm a bard, so yeah.
None of us trust him.
Okay. So are we opting to pay Ash for protection?
I'm okay with it.
Yes.
Yeah, do it.
Okay.
I suppose I could speed up the count.
Yeah.
So
I'll deduct 60 from my thing here.
you throw the money in. She grabs the coin purse. She puts it in her bag, and it kind of goes into a bag, and you see it go into a bag, into a bag.
It ends up with Nisla somewhere.
Right, 100%. And
There's
she says,
a chance.
she says, great. Then she slides a paper face down on the table. She collects her wanted posters and says, then you need to stay here this evening.
In this room?
No.
It's an address, I am sure.
Oh. The paper. Okay.
You pick it up?
Yeah.
It says the Velvet Valve.
It looks like it's right up your alley, Esteban. Here.
Is it the Pillow House?
It is not.
Velvet Valve.
It sounds like
Is it velvet?
that or a esoteric plumbing store.
I
Yes.
wonder if the Velvet Valve releases a purple cloud.
No.
Purple haze.
Please no.
She
Nothing
says,
but that.
Pleasure to do business. And she gets up and walks out the door.
I think we just got fucked, guys.
Yeah, I feel like she drew those posters herself and just made up this whole story.
I mean,
I'm not so sure.
it's okay. Either way, it's just money, and plus we can get it back.
I just didn't want to draw attention to ourselves, but
Yes,
making
I
a scene
mean,
here.
okay, a man who's wearing red leather with a hat. We have a look. I don't want to draw attention to myself, but everyone fucking knows who you are.
And you just played to like a 33 in the bar, so I'm
Yeah.
not drawing any attention to myself.
Yeah, I don't want to draw attention to myself.
Strums.
I'm like, I cough, and people are like, oh, you know.
I don't think so.
yourself and you have a giant glow
glowing elf.
Yeah, I mean, the Peanuts Gallery said that from the outside.
Yeah. Okay, so
should
she's
leave.
handed you the piece of paper. It's got the name on it. As you look at this piece of paper, it's a kind of very decorative piece of paper. It has a little wax seal in the bottom left-hand corner of an A in the seal.
Fantastic. We should leave.
I guess.
So as you guys exit from the little conference room, Ash is sitting at the bar drinking some kind of god-awfully green-looking liquid in a cup, and she says, well, if you're going to take me up on my offer, you need to head to the west side of town. I'd go before it starts getting too late. That's when all the bad company comes out. Have a good one, and we'll see you tomorrow.
I'm going to go outside and make sure that the stew pot gets brought back in.
So you go outside, and Elgato is just like licking the inside of the pot clean.
Good.
And the gentleman with the blindfold comes out and grabs it and drags the pot back inside.
Okay.
And no harm, no foul there for sure.
Perfect. Thank you.
As you walk by, she says, "I'm always interested in selling information if the price is right, dear. Remember that." And she kind of sizes you up, and just goes back to her rancid green drink that she's drinking. So do you go anywhere else? Do you wander through the town, or do you just go straight to the Velvet Valve?
It's time to go to sleep. We're going to the
Okay.
Velvet Valve.
You walk into the Velvet Valve. The Velvet Valve sits on the edge of town like a memory, half forgotten, half inviting. The sign above the door is aged brass etched with looping scripts and fitted with delicate piping and exhales small puffs of lavender-scented steam. A gentle hiss can be heard within, like a distant kettle always on the verge of boiling. Inside, the air is warm and rich, velvet in temperature and texture. Rosewood paneled walls gleam beneath gaslight sconces shaped like curling lilies. Each flickering flame holds aloft a clockwork pedal that slowly open and close with a rhythmic precision. There's a quiet hum beneath your feet. Not loud, not jarring, just constant, like a heartbeat made of pipes and pressure. Every wall seems to breathe faintly, as if the building inhales through vents too subtle to even see. The scent is complex. Dried lavender, warm sugar, and something metallic just under the surface. A touch of ozone like after a lightning strike. The innkeeper smiles with a polite detachment. Her clothes are pressed, her skin is powdery and dry, and her voice never rises above a whisper. And no one ever shouts in the Velvet Valve. Why would they? It's peaceful here. She says, "Hello. How can I help you?" So she pulls the card out of your hand, and she flips it over, and she says, "Okay." And she turns and grabs 6 keys off the wall behind her and slides the card in the shelf behind her. And she says, "Who's first?"
I say bon temps brûlé.
As she goes and she hands keys. She says, "In the Velvet Valve, we ask no questions. We'll see you in the morning." And her voice never rises above that whisper, and you can't quite tell if it's like maybe she has damaged vocal cords or she just whispers to whisper, right? So it's kind of like that, always kind of airy, but you don't know if it's like a medical thing or if she's just quiet. So as you look at your keys, you have a key, and then you have a long, kind of that rosewood kind of stick that sticks off the end, and it has a V, and inside the V is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And she's handed out six keys. And she kind of gestures to the left.
Lead the way.
All right, so as you open the door, the sconces in the room are just like the ones in the hallway. Those little lilies that are lit. The beds are beyond soft, down stuffed and impossibly inviting. With high thread count sheets, it seems to hold warmth even before you slip inside of them. A gentle mist rolls from discreet copper nozzles at the headboard, masked beneath the scent of chamomile and bergamot. It's subtle, so subtle you barely notice. The weight of your limbs kind of begin to settle. At the edges of the room are kind of blur at this point. It's so inviting, like it's just kind of you walk in. There's just a very warmly lit room with a bed, like a twin size or a full size bed. There's a dresser. There is a place for you to store your armor, place for you to put your weapons, all of those things. However you want to sleep for the evening. And as you go in, the key will actually unlock the door from the outside, and then you can lock the door from the inside with the same key.
Does my room have a window?
It does. They all have windows.
Can I open the window?
You certainly can.
Okay, perfect. So I'll open the window and stick my head out and just have El Gato. I'm not going to turn down the opportunity to sleep in a bed, but I know he's not going to be happy.
He kind of, like, you have this, like, small window. He's kind of, like, wedges his head in the window.
You don't need to put your head in.
And he's, like, kind of booping your face. So he's kind of, like, and, like, a tentacle's kind of, like, working its way in to try and, like, touch your face and that kind of stuff.
I'm sleeping here tonight. You can right out the window. You'll be okay.
You hear, like, worried purrs as he's just kind of, like, booping your face and, you know, doing the whole cat thing.
Give him the scritches.
Sure. Okay.
Just scoot the bed closer to the window.
I contemplated that.
The loudest thing this Spike's ever heard.
Right?
What the hell is going on?
None of your business.
All right. So, do we all find ourselves resting for the evening?
Yes.
Normal nighttime routine, just checking in on Anna before bed.
Do you do that, like, before you get in bed, or do you do it, like while you're, like, what does that look like?
Normally I would, take a seat and just kind of place a hand on that heart-shaped tattoo and just kind of close my eyes and try to reach out to her.
Cool. So when you sit down on this bed, it, like it's like you're sitting on a cloud. I know that's how it's kind of described most things, but this is probably the softest bed you've probably ever felt. And the blankets are, like I said, they're down-filled, so, like, you sit, it squishes, and your pillows look like they are kind of the same. This looks like it's going to be a well-deserved rest, for sure. Okay. I need perception checks from everybody.
That was almost a one.
It was.
Did anyone get under a 15? No? I don't
No.
think anyone starts that low. As you guys are sitting in the room, especially Ernela, because you have the window pulled open, you see on the other side of the window, you see a gentleman walking and lighting the sconces outside, like up on the poles with the big, and he's just lighting this, and you just like light as he walks down the street. You see all these, like, lights light up as he's kind of illuminating the town as the dark has kind of settled in. As this machine, or this, like, roaring of life kind of under your feet is kind of almost like hypnotizing you to sleep almost, but it's just this constant breathing in and out kind of feel. You hear a release of steam in the background, not like miles away, but maybe on the backside of this building, just like a release of steam. And as you guys find yourself settling down, the lights in the rooms just kind of dim themselves down to what you would assume to be like maybe sleeping tone. So it's not like bright ambient light in the room. All of the lights kind of just, as the steam releases, the light just kind of fades down a bit.
Do we have electric lights, or is it like gas?
I mean, are you going to go up there and take the thing apart and look at it?
I could just look at it and I know exactly what
it looks like maybe some kind of electric bulb being powered by steam power, and with the release of the steam, has reduced the amount of electricity coming to the bulb, so the bulb is dimming.
It's gnomish technology.
So, all right. So you guys find yourself.
Neat.
You guys find yourself in in the Velvet Valve, fast asleep.
And you wake up dead.
Right.
Surprise. You don't even get to roll anymore.
Esteban didn't call on Tally.
As you guys are sleeping, the first hour passes, the second hour passes. Some of you who maybe like Avery, or maybe that aren't used to sleeping in establishments like this, or maybe Ernela have gotten used to sleeping with Elgato outside. It's kind of difficult to get used to all of the creature comforts, right? The lights being dim, the soft beds, the pillows, those kind of things. But after about maybe 2 hours of just kind of like figuring this place out or what's happening, the room kind of lulls you into a sense of security. Like, you've been here for 2 hours. I've stared out the window for 3.5 hours. There's nothing going on. And as the time progresses, you see, as that steam vent kind of lurches steam, the lights continue to come down as you are kind of just drifting off to sleep. As you find yourself asleep, you hear in your subconscious just this release of steam, kind of over and over again. There's warmth at first, the soft, curved blankets and the weightless hum of sleep. But then, the comfort collapses. No lights, no sound, not even echo of your own breath. The silence is total, oppressive, and engineered. You're awakened by the sound of slamming cold iron doors. And your thoughts begin to race, but even they feel distant. Like they're being filtered through water. As you try to speak, nothing comes. Your throat feels dry, dusted with metal and regret. You reach for your magic. It's there, but numb. Like something is pressing fingers against the source. Then, a flickering red light. Lines of runes crawled across the edges of thick obsidian doors across the room. They pulse softly, like a heartbeat in another chest. As your vision starts to readjust to the light, you begin to take in more of the space. You're sealed inside prisons of reinforced obsidian. Walls polished like black mirrors, thick enough to deaden even the hopeful. The air is chill and still. Every surface is designed not for containment, but for silence. A field of magic, quiet, blankets the room, swallowing every attempt at noise. Even your chains rattle in total stillness. Above the door, a sigil hums faintly. The light feathering across your skin in waves that suppresses and binds. The longer you remain conscious, the more aware you become of a presence. A pressure not in the room, but in the magic. Something watches, measures, and catalogs. Around you, other cells sit motionless. You can make out other forms. Your companions? Maybe. Are they bound? You are. And each one is behind a room sealed by a rune. There are no guards, no voices, just the cold iron hiss of arcane machinery and the knowledge that someone, somewhere, planned this perfectly. All right. Go ahead and give him that top-down view. As you guys find yourself awakening, Chevy, you can see sunshine. Sivril can see Avery. Ernela can see Esteban. And no one can see her, but Kara is in the final cell at the bottom. As you find yourself awake, you can hear, you can't see, but you can hear in the distance sounds of scuffing boots. It's almost like the external sounds can penetrate your cell, but you are unsure if your sound penetrates your cell going out. Roll me a perception. This is going to be a general initiative, kind of like who comes to their senses first.
Nat 20.
He's used to waking up in strange places.
Yes.
I believe it.
With even stranger women.
29 total for me.
Nat 20 at a 34.
Okay. All right.
I have a 23.
22.
37.
Okay. Esteban,
Yes.
your cell. Soft, carpeted, with music dampening. Any attempt to speak is muffled entirely.
Gee, I wonder why.
Sorry. As you find yourself kind of waking up, as you open your mouth to speak, the words come out of your mouth, and it's like they're being destroyed at the moment they cross your lips.
I bet, using my inventor mind,
Mm-hmm.
I bet it's like anti-sound. So as I make it, it makes it, and it destroys the waveform. That is my voice.
That's wise. As you
That's
find
what it
yourself
feels like.
coming to, you kind of look around. You realize you have none of your clothes except for your hat.
I make it.
You are in your underwear, except for your hat.
Then it's just my hat.
You have underwear on.
This is new.
You see on the outside
This is
of
new.
on the outside of the bars looks like a piece of parchment stuck on the outside. So like you can't read what it says, but you can see that there's a note on the outside of the cage.
Oh, look, you're a pet. Sorry.
This is bullshit. I'm sorry.
That's it. Yeah. What do? You just sit and you can see Ernela vaguely across the hallway.
I'm chained to the.
You are not chained. There are chains in the thing, like your bed is chained to the floor. Like you can't like pick the bed up and slam it
And steal the bed, yeah.
You are free to move about the cell.
And it's padded, like comfortable.
You have carpet, and there's carpet on the wall.
Interesting. Never seen a room quite like this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Interesting.
Okay.
I'm going to go investigate the door. I'm
Okay.
gonna look at it, see what I can tell about its construction.
So these are obsidian. It's an obsidian set of walls and a hard iron, thick door. And based on what you can see across the hallway, like where Ernela is, your best guess is there's probably 2 foot of obsidian stone between you and the next cell.
Oh, that's a lot of stone. Perception to see what kind of hinges are on the doors.
Sure.
Squeaky ones. Okay.
30.
So as you are looking for hinges on the door, you're kind of looking and you're looking through, and it doesn't look like there's hinges on the door. It looks like it pocket doors into the wall. And then when it is extended, there's a lip in the stone that the door goes into. So the door doesn't even swing. It just...
Does it move it all and then do it, or does it just kind of just like... Because it would have to do something. So, is it flush and flat, like there's no door, and then it goes...
No, so it sits in like a groove.
Okay,
So
like
it comes out of a
door.
hole and slams into a groove.
Is there holes in the door?
There are holes in the door. You can see through it.
Yeah. So,
Interesting.
is the hinge, or is the slider on my side or the far side?
The slider is in the wall.
Okay, so it's like a slit and it just slides into. Okay.
Yeah, like a pocket door.
Yes, well, I'm sure these are a bitch to maintain.
There is still the note attached to your bars that you're right there.
Can I reach the note and pull it through?
Yes.
Okay. I would like to do that without damaging the note.
Okay. So as you reach through and grab as you reach through and you grab the note, it says, Prisoner X, dangerous voice, don't forget him. And you see, as you kind of reach over, there's crumpled notes on the floor.
Are they on my side?
No, they're on their side.
But I wonder how many of those say Prisoner X, dangerous voice, don't forget him.
You could probably reach 2 of them from if you sit down and reach out.
All right, fine, I'll do that.
Prisoner X, dangerous voice, don't forget him.
How many notes are there?
Probably 5.
That means either we've been here for 5 days or we're stuck in some sort of loop.
All right, who's got the next in perception? You had a
believe Avery did.
32, right, or something like
37.
that? Great, love that for you. Avery, your eyes kind of come back into focus and you find yourself laying on a bed and you're looking straight up and there's vines that creep across the top of the ceiling of your cell. These are, for your best guess, maybe petrified vines that are lifeless and a symbol of your broken connection to nature. You quickly glance around the room. You realize that Azara is not with you. She's nowhere to be seen. You can't hear her. If you have some kind of connection to her to like sense her, you can't sense where she is. As you're sitting in the room, you're staring at these vines and they, like, your mind is almost playing tricks on you. These vines are kind of, though you know that they look petrified, they look like they're creeping down from the top of the cell, coming down into the inside as you lay there and kind of look up as your eyes are starting to adjust to what's happening here.
I feel like I'm in the upside down, but okay.
I don't know what that is.
Oh, you wouldn't get it.
I know.
Alright, I stand up and I go to the door and try to look out.
You look out, you see Sivril straight across.
And that's it. I can't see anybody else beyond that.
Are you like pressing your face to the bars, or are you just kind of standing back and looking?
kind of standing back and looking,
So
but like
if you're
kind of looking.
just standing and looking, you can see several. You know, if you probably press your face to the bars, you could probably get a wider view if you want to press your face to the bars.
I mean, I could see if there's any kind of word on magic by trying to transform into a snake and try to slither out of my own cell.
Okay. Would you like to do that?
I would like to try to do that.
Okay.
I think I just simply cast it,
Yep.
animal form,
Yep.
and it's down into a snake small enough to fit through those holes.
Okay. As you attempt to cast the spell, those of you who are on the Chevy, Sivril, Irnela, and Kira's side of the cell, you see a bright flash of red light as this sigil turns on above Avery's cell. You cast this energy, connecting to the nature weave of magic, and you almost feel like you're like, oh, yep, here we go, snake time, boom, and you go to manifest the spell and all of your normal things that you do. The physical manifestation of the energy that you would release almost is ripped from your body, up from your fingers, and goes up into the sigil that's above your door, and then that red light turns on, and you see this energy just disperse down the hallway.
Shit. Okay, so there is a ward on magic. Cool. Does it like affect me any at all?
Would you like to try and figure some things out about that? Like, would you like to roll anything to
Yeah.
look into that?
Yes,
Okay,
I
what do
would
you-
like to know.
Roll me your nature. Do you have Arcana?
I do, but my nature is higher
Okay,
because
I'll
I
take
rolled
that.
a 2.
I'll take that.
So
You rolled
19,
a 2?
yes.
19. The words make sense. That's probably a sigil. That's probably interrupting what's happening. You can't quite you've never heard of like suppressing sigils that are that powerful that would just like completely cut you off like that. But I mean, it makes sense. That looks like exactly that's what that's doing.
okay.
Okay, who's next that woke up?
At 29.
32 was here. 29. Right. Mr. Chevy.
I don't know. What does Several have?
He rolled a 9.
Oh, wow. What?
9 total?
No, he rolled a 9.
He's
but,
snoring.
So I'm 26. All right, so Chevy, you're seated in your cell, like someone has taken you and kind of slumped you onto the bed against the back wall when you kind of come to. Again, Avery, you have nothing but your underwear on. You have no equipment, nothing. You have nothing but your underwear.
Red leather, by the way.
Yeah, red leather underwear. I would expect nothing less.
Oh, that's going to change.
Your cell has padded walls.
Can't unsee that now.
No ricochet and no agility tricks here. The room seems wider than the others as you kind of look around and see sunshine across. When you speak, the words make it from your mouth, but it's like as they leave your mouth, it's like you're listening to a record backwards. So you're speaking things, and then when the words leave, they just kind of get jumbled up, and that's what floats out into space. As you look, do you get up from the bed, or do you just stay seated, kind of figuring things out?
Give a quick glance around the room, and then after seeing if there's nothing here, then I would stand
You
up.
have a bed, a toilet, a sink, those kind of things. But
Yeah. I would stand up and walk toward the door.
roll me an athletics, or roll me acrobatics.
That is a 36.
As you stand up, as soon as your feet hit the ground, you know that this whole room is like this. Like you're almost standing like at an impossible angle. And as you're standing there, you are going to be assessed with the slowed condition while you are in your cage.
I do have the quick climb feat if that gives me anything additional there.
Okay. Your cell is at an angle that it's uncomfortable to stand on, but if you're kind of like moving, you can kind of like climb your way around the room. But if you're just gonna stand still, you're gonna kind of slide back down to the bottom.
I'll move to the door and try to find a hold. Like if there's a hole through the door, I can just
there's
grab my
bars.
fist.
There's bars on the door.
I'll just walk up there and try to grab on and just kind of start looking around.
Okay, if you press your head into the cage, you can see further. But if you're just looking with your hands on you can see sunshine across from you.
Yeah, I'll slowly poke my head through to make sure nothing funny's gonna happen.
So you kind of push your head through, and you can barely see kind of the edge of another cell. Seems like there's a significant gap between Sunshine's cell and whoever that may be. There's some vines and nature-y looking stuff over there. You want to put 2 and 2 together? All right, who's next? We'll just go ahead and go to, what do you have?
23.
Okay. Ernela?
22.
Oh, Sunshine. I'll get to Civ roll in a minute.
Might as well bind that one.
You're laying on the floor of your cell. You're not even in the bed. You're staring straight up at the ceiling. Your eyes come to focus, and you find yourself staring at walls that are carved with twisted parodies of divine iconography. The light from your cell glows red, like dying sun rays. On the ceiling, more twisted cells of iconography of holiness all over this place. You rub your eyes and kind of get yourself oriented. What do you do? You are also in your underwear with none of your equipment.
Well, I would sit up first of all, and I would look around the room.
Okay. All of your walls look like fingernail carved into wall iconography.
Okay. I would stand and go to the bars next.
You can see Chevy straight across. He's looking at you with his face pressed in between the bars. You see her. You see her waving, but yeah, he can't let it go.
You can at least nod so I know you can hear me.
You see me try to speak.
He opens his mouth and words come out, and you can't understand a thing he's saying. That was pretty accurate.
Yeah, nice. That's good.
Did we hire you for Charlie Brown?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have a certain set of skills.
I didn't know that was one of them, but okay, here we go.
Yep.
I'm not even gonna try to talk. I am gonna do what he's doing and see what I can see.
You press your face to the bars and you look, and you can see the corner of another cell. Looks very rudimentary and very raw. Can't really see anyone in there. You can't even see the beginning of the door. You just see where like another cell would start. Ernela. Alrighty. Are you excited for this? Like, man, all the things we do, we just put you in prison,
Seriously.
right? Okay.
I'm gonna have to stop sleeping.
Right.
Everything seems to happen while I'm sleeping.
This time's not your dream.
Still.
Ernela,
Now she wishes she would have
You're-
stayed with the cats.
Yeah, I do.
Your cell is the smallest of all the cells.
Of course it is.
Very small, very cramped, with runes that run along the floor.
Ooh. And I assume that I too. Do I even have my hat?
You are in your underwear
Great. And no hat.
and no hat.
Love that for me. Does my cell have a window?
Your cell does not have a window.
Well, that's no fun.
As you look around, you realize that you don't have your hat, you don't have your clothes, but in a small leather pouch laid on your bed looks to be your alchemist tools or your tool kit that you possess.
I can see Esteban because
You can see Esteban from your cell.
that is super awkward.
I'm telling me.
Yikes. Do I have a piece of paper on my door?
You do not.
That's weird. I wanted a piece of paper. So I have runes on the floor.
Yep.
They've left my bag of tools. They took my guns
Taking your guns
and my hat.
and your hat.
What can I do with my tools?
As you're looking through and trying to figure out, you grab your tools and you open them up. As you're trying to get yourself collected, I'm going to describe to you what Sivral's cell looks like, so you guys have an idea of what's going on. Across the way, across from Avery, Sivral is sitting in his cell, and outside of his cell, on the wall between Ernela and Sivral, is a sword-size metal box leaning against the wall. There's thick stones that infused with silver dust on the inside. And there are runes on all of the corners in the cell that emit a dull frequency that you can almost hear, but you can't quite put your finger on its source. You don't know how long you've been here, but if you've traveled with Sivral for any amount of time, you can tell he hasn't eaten for days. And he's just laying on the bed of the room. Okay. Everyone's cell has been described. What would you like to do? I'm open for discussion on how you think you're going to get out of these cells, or what do you think is going on, or how you're going to communicate with one another. If you want extra perception checks to see what's going on, if you want any of that stuff, all the stuff is now at your disposal. Think of this as a light kind of encounter mode.
Was every door similar to Esteban's door, sliding door?
Yep.
Okay.
Is there anything to write with?
To write with? As you look, it doesn't look like there's any pens or anything in the general vicinity. So whatever is being used to write your notes is being written somewhere else and brought into the room and stuck on the door.
All right, I'm going to write. I'm gonna bite my finger, draw blood, and write on the paper.
Okay.
And write a note to Ernela.
Okay.
And I'm going to fold a paper airplane. And it's going to be a really good airplane.
Roll me dexterity.
How about crafting?
I'll take your crafting for your paper airplane. Okay. I see I'm picking up what you're putting down.
Oh my gosh.
I rolled a 5, so 25.
Okay, now roll that dexterity to throw the airplane to Ernela.
So
Now, bear in mind, you do have 3 other crumpled pieces of paper, so...
yeah.
and go ahead and knock off 5 hit points for, the biting of your finger and chomping of your...
5 hit points.
Oh, yeah.
That's a lot.
I don't know what you're trying to write to her. You just got like a number 1, or what are you writing?
No, I'm just like, okay, it's.
Yeah.
How are you?
Yep.
Are you fine? How are you holding up?
Hello, my name is Esteban.
I'm pleased to meet you.
Do you remember who I am?
Okay. So, justified your 5 hit points. Okay.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a lot of
I wrote a book.
Okay.
great.
5.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna try to just simply open the door. Because maybe it's easier than we think it is, so I'm gonna try to slide my door.
The door does not
That's a good
move.
question.
Damn,
Do you
okay.
know who
Do
is
we have our
Pathfinder?
windows?
There's no
know.
windows.
So.
Fun.
What'd you roll?
Funny story.
Did you roll a 1?
Yeah, I did.
Okay. You throw that first airplane, and it does that like little kid thing where it goes, and it pulls a loop and comes right back in your cell, and scoots across the floor.
Such a great airplane.
And the look of defeat,
Generally, a paper ball flies better than that.
the look of defeat now crosses your face as you're like, well, fuck.
At least the rest of us didn't see that.
Now look at me.
Naila did.
Look, it happens. To everyone.
Do I recognize him?
Roll me a d20.
I'm gonna throw it again.
Oh, a 16.
Would it be a perception check?
I don't know. He just said to roll the d20.
Because trying to perceive who I am.
Yeah, you know who he is.
Okay, good.
There, better.
What'd you get?
I rolled an 11.
Okay, plus your 2 or 3.
3, yeah. So 14.
So 14. He throws this airplane, and it scoots across the thing, and it skitters to a stop just outside your door. You could reach it if you want
Okay.
to go
I'm
up
like-
and like kind of reach through
I'm
the
just
door.
imagining it, my little T-Rex arms, not able to reach very.
Yep, I understand. I'm not that mean.
No, that's if I roll a 2.
How close together are the bars?
About yay. Long enough for you to put your arm in, but not big enough for you to like turn sideways and slide through. And it's also that awkward space where you like put your face to like look through. It's like,
Oh, great.
It's plot thickness.
yeah.
All right, so I've 2 things I'd like to do.
Oh, I hate you.
First, I'll grab the airplane
Yep.
and try to read the blood scrawl.
Yep. Hello, how are you? My name is Esteban San Jorge de la Vega. Do you remember me?
And then I will try to talk across the aisle
Okay.
to Esteban.
What do you say?
Stop looking at my underpants.
Okay, so as all of you hear
Please.
Aranela say, well, stop looking at my underpants. As she's essentially yelling across the bars. He gives you a thumbs up.
Okay, perfect. So in my alchemist stuff,
Yep.
does that include like the because like I have alchemy fire or alchemist fire and stuff like that. Is that in that bag,
So
or was that taken from me?
you have the tools, and your normal alchemist bombs and things like that were taken from you.
Of course they were.
At this point, I try to speak. Ernela?
You hear Sunshine's voice.
Sunshine?
I'm here, and Chevy's across from me.
Esteban's across from me, but he sounds like a trombone.
Chevy sounds the same way.
I thought I heard Paul is dead coming out of.
Who is Paul?
I don't know who
I'll
Paul
try
is.
to cast the message spell across to Sunshine and see if that works.
Okay.
Just tap into her mind and
You wanna
say,
throw that
"Do you
overhead shot and
understand
give me some variety shots so they can see exactly again what they're looking at. All right, so you're gonna cast that message spell.
Yeah.
What are you gonna say?
Do you understand this? You see me mouthing it
So
as part of the
you
spell, but
go to cast this spell.
yeah.
and the glyph above his head
He
goes.
starts to.
Yep.
Is it verbal and semantic?
It's just verbal.
Yes,
Well,
so-
it requires me to move my lips. But
He goes
He
to cast
starts
the
to
spell,
talk. I'm like, no.
and the light goes, and it turns on red, and the words, Sunshine. You can see the words form out of his mouth, and then disperse into where this glyph is, and then disperse down the hallway.
Chevy, don't.
And to be clear, no, you did not hear anything.
I say, stop looking at my red underwear.
What did you wear?
Paul
I
is
am
dead.
aware that your eyes are up here. Believe me, I am staying above the waist.
Didn't understand that.
Okay.
So
I understand when you go like this.
And then I fall backwards.
Esteban, roll me a perception check, sir.
Nat 20.
For real?
yes,
Oh, Rizzle.
What does that give you a total of?
faux shizzle.
Like 38 or some shit.
Okay.
Let me hold on. Let me verify.
38 or 39
Where the fuck is it?
at the top.
Yep, to the left of your mouse.
That's what she said.
Oh yeah, it's right there. 34. Sorry.
So you've
That'd be
cleaned up
four.
all the notes on the floor, correct? That you could reach.
Did more of them show up?
No. You hear
That's amazing.
footprints or footfalls coming from your direction to the side. The door creaks open. Two very burly looking soldier types walk in the room. The guy walks over and he doesn't even look in your cell, just lays a set of keys on the table next to the door, walks over, walks to the next cell, which is Avery, and he looks in. The guy on the other side walks to Kira, looks in the cell, walks to Ernela, looks in the cell. Walks to Sivril, looks in the cell. Walks to Sunshine, looks in the cell.
Avery?
What do you got?
22.
22. You reach out, shoom, you grab a set of keys. The guys reach the end, they turn around, and they start walking back. Sunshine and Chevy. Avery and Sivril. Ernela. The guy that would normally look in Esteban just walks by his cell.
You took the sign off the door.
Kira. They look. The guy looks. They look. They walk out the door.
Okay, what do these guys look like? Is there any distinctive features about them?
Yeah. They look mostly not alive.
So, can I get have I seen them before? Have I seen something like them?
They look like they're alchemically animated undead.
Alchemically animated.
Was it like a construct?
So you see like an undead body with like bane tubes kind of running
Strawberry.
from like a housing on its head to like a pack on its belt, and you just see like this eerie green liquid kind of running and
It's like a beer cup.
kind of.
Okay,
Yep.
so
I'm sure they smell like they're dead.
I have alchemical crafting, and I would like to know I would like to try to figure out how that works.
So your best guess is there's some kind of alchemical composition that is animating these and keeping them alive. So like a continual drip of animate undead. Without having
So-
one to look at and break apart.
So are they, what type of undead are they?
Like skeleton, zombie, more skeletal.
More skeletal?
They're alchemical.
Yes, they are alchemical, but
They're alchemical,
skeletal. Undead.
not alchemical vampiric or alchemical zombie or vampirical ghost or whatever.
I feel like you rusted my balls.
Esteban,
I am.
do you have a set of keys?
Yes. I want to look at the keys. Do the keys look like the keys that we had to our rooms?
No.
Okay, I was just curious.
It's a
Because that
key-
would be...
It's a key ring with one key on it.
Oh.
You use it on your cell. You put the key in and you turn it, the key vanishes in your hand, and the cell door opens.
What?
This is the one time you said them.
And it went like all the way into the door,
Yep.
and then a rock panel goes.
Like, was I able to get through the...
Your door is open. The door that you open, click, boom, goes into the pocket, and then a stone went
Basically,
and
you
closed
can't
the
close
lock.
it.
Now you can't. Yeah, now you can't go back in and shut the door.
I didn't
And if
want
you
to
go
do-
back in, you may be trapped.
Yes. Well, I mean, we were trapped before. All right. So, I
Again.
walk through the door.
Okay, you are standing in a looks like 20-foot wide hallway.
I talk. Hello? Or is it still wah 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 wah?
You say hello, and then everyone hears hello. And
Esteban.
I need you to roll me a d20.
Okay. A 14.
It doesn't matter. You have no idea who that is. You've never
Oh.
heard that voice before in your life.
Hello.
I guess not. Okay.
Ernela is the only one who knows who Esteban is because she's the only
Apparently.
one that's been able to see him in 24 hours.
It's, damn
Guess
it.
it'd be.
So you hear a
Guess it'd
voice,
be.
and he says hello.
Hello.
Hibbity hibbity hello.
Hello. Plot to thickness,
Hello?
eh? No.
You hear Sunshine's voice.
Hello, sunshine.
Some strange man knows your name.
Buck.
Fuck.
Why do you have us trapped here?
I do not have you trapped here.
Right?
All right.
No, guys. Oh,
What?
it's Esteban.
Esteban who?
You.
Yeah, see? This is what I have to go through when I go on
I
my
am
vacation.
so sorry. This feels terrible.
Yes, I'm sorry. You know, now you understand.
I do understand,
This
and
is
now I can
bullshit.
empathize.
Yeah, so I appreciate it.
Hmm.
So...
But I know who you are, Ernela.
Yeah, and I know who Esteban is, but you don't because apparently it's been long enough.
let me just
Long
walk.
enough for what?
So if you don't see me every, like, before daybreak, and the next day you forget who I am, it's a curse. It's a thing. We've met 38 times now.
I'm looking at Chevy.
Okay, but can you let us out? Is there a way? Keys? Anything out here?
There is one key. It let me out. I am going to try to let you out. I'm going to study the lock, and then I am going to...
Which cell are you going to study the lock of?
I am going to start with Ernela first.
Okay.
I'm going to look at her lock.
Roll me a perception check.
Is that what we're calling it now?
Yes.
I mean, it's fitting. We're all in our underwear.
Right?
Hey, you have a nice lock.
My locks are up here, okay?
I am the keymaster.
God,
No.
I'm scared.
What did you
Perception.
want? Perception. Dirty 20.
Okay. This lock looks identical to the lock that you put the key in and turned. So your best assumption was that lock or that key would have opened anyone's cell, but only one.
Right, so I just make another key.
You could certainly try, but you don't have the key to do that.
But he investigated it first.
However, you do see on the other side of the bars that she is standing there with tools, and
Yes. Can I pass my tools
you
out of
certainly
my?
can.
I will pass my tools to Esteban.
All right, so
These are the
Alchemical-
tiniest
they're
tools.
alchemical tools.
They are.
They're the cutest little tools ever.
Look, oh, these are so cute.
Thank you.
Yes,
These are so cute.
I'm probably going to break these, so I will
That's
get
okay.
you new ones.
I'm fine.
Chemical crafting. This is gonna be weird. So it's the same kind of lock. It's a magic lock. So the key here, this thing. Do you have any dirt in your cell?
I got a jar of dirt.
Hey,
Chemical tools kit should probably have some clay in it or something.
it
I
should.
would think, yeah.
I know. Well, see, the clay. Then we make a key out of it. We form the key. I can make a chemical fire that makes fire, and I can cast the key, and then make a mold and do that all.
You do know that in her alchemical kit, she has those little glass stirring rods that you could may be able to just pick the lock if you spend some time studying it.
True.
Fine.
If you want to do that.
Yes.
Just
If
no,
you
no,
can pick a lock.
just in the interest of plot and time. Also, who knows whenever, are gonna come back. So,
Don't worry, they'll look right over you.
well, I mean,
Not if he's standing
not
in
if
the
he's
middle of
standing
the
in the hallway.
aisle.
That's true.
I mean,
that may be a little bit of a red flag.
Maybe.
So, good thing. So I'll take that. Is the stirring rod about the same diameter as the key?
It's close,
All right.
But
Sure.
it's
Why
glass.
not? I'm going to
but it's
thievery.
glass.
I'm going to thievery the her door.
Okay. Which I believe with your thievery you get to roll your crafting, correct? For
Yeah.
disabling device.
Yes. Okay. What's that? 26. It's
26. So you start putting that glass stirring rod in, and you kind of are flicking through it and kind of looking at it, and you hear like a crack at the end of the stirring rod, but you realize that it's cracked because the hole is getting smaller. So you've wedged this piece in there, and you're pretty sure that if you turn this, you've got it. But you're kind of tugging on this thing, and you realize that you can't pull this out. So if you turn this,
It's a one-use only.
it's going to slam that door open, breaking the stirring rod.
How many stirring rods do you have?
all of them.
All of the stirring rods. Her alchemical kit comes equipped with two
Right.
stirring rods.
All right. So, I mean, I can't take it out. I'm already committed. So I'm going to open hers.
He turns this glass
been
stirring
bad
rod,
enough.
and
I'm
these
so glad you're committed.
iron doors, loud as fuck, wha-bam, slams open. And the rock face closes over the...
What happens to the runes on my floor when the door opens?
The runes on your floor are still lit. They remain lit.
I wonder what they... I don't know that I want to trigger a rune I'm standing on.
They probably suppress some of your innate abilities. All right.
Just shoot stuff. I don't have really any.
We all have innate abilities. All right. So who's the next person? I mean, Several's super valuable, but if he hasn't eaten, then he's probably pissed.
And you also just shared your blood, which he probably could
So
smell that.
when you turn around and you kind of are talking, you do see that tall, sword-sized case sitting outside of his cell, Several's
Oh.
cell.
Oh.
I'm gonna go. Oh, yeah, I don't want to touch that because it'll kill me.
It is locked. There's a lock on it.
Of
but
course there
it
is. Everything's locked.
Yes.
Yeah. If I
Can I try something?
So Ernela, your door's open. Do you come out?
Yes. But not before I try to, like, break the leg off my bed.
Okay. So your bed is made of metal. So if you want
It would
to,
be difficult.
if you want to try to beat your table leg or your bed leg off of the bed, it would take you a hot minute and make lots and lots and lots of noise.
It's table also metal? Like, everything's metal.
Mm-hmm.
Even the table he pulled the key off of?
So that's a wooden table.
That would be less noisy.
That would be less noisy, easier to break.
Hey, Esteban, will you help me break this table?
please, yes, of course.
Please.
Esteban, jump!
So as you're standing looking at the thing before she comes up to you, Sivral walks to the door of the cage, and he just looks at you and he says, "Let me out of here." And he's like breathing very heavy.
Do you need to feed?
I don't know what it is. And he's just kind of like holding the side of his head. He just says, "I gotta get out of here."
All right, if I let you out, you're probably going to try to kill us.
I don't.
Are you in control of yourself?
Look, man, just let me out.
It's true, he doesn't know you. Hi, Several.
Ernela, what are you doing?
Well, I thought I'd embark on a new journey in life that just involved my underpants.
As all of the tension shifts to him talking to Arnela, he reaches out and grabs Esteban's shirt.
Hey, no,
or
no, 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 no,
the
no,
scruff
no,
of his
no,
beard.
no, no, no,
and
no, 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 no.
Bam! And pulls Esteban into the cage. Just head first into the cage. Just bam!
Sunshine.
I am probably bleeding.
Yes.
Take
Several's
5 points of
gonna try
damage as
and
Several is
eat
smashed your
Esteban.
face. And then Several says, Arnela, run!
I'm not gonna run.
Several.
Fuck! Ow! Punch my head out. I'll let you out. Fuck!
I don't even know what those words you just said, but
Yeah,
that's probably
that's
fitting.
actually true.
You first scouts, boof!
For the fucking asshole.
Wait.
I fucking.
I'm sorry.
So
Wait to release several. We
I
need to
know,
make
'cause
sure
he'll
that
try-
his
yeah, yeah.
soul
He's-
crystal is close by.
It's in the fucking. There's a sword-shaped box right outside this fucking door.
Get in the chopper!
What?
Hit you hard enough to
Esteban has
change your
turned
accent.
Austrian.
Apparently, I'm cultured. Fuck you.
We've reset his
You're not the fridge, huh? I'm
Somebody
Austrian.
push the reset asshole button.
Maybe you reset the
Hello.
kernels.
Euro trip Esteban over here.
Then
French,
open.
then Austrian.
Is it like Toy Story? You flip
Yes,
from
when
Spanish
Buzz
to
is
back?
all of a sudden dancing the merengue.
Hola!
I don't want to be.
Macarena?
I don't want to be selfish, but open my door.
Okay.
Okay.
Here's the deal. We still have a table to break.
I'm gonna open her door. I need you to help him. Hold on. All right.
Look, I want to break the table.
Let go of my fucking head.
Oh, he just boom and he did it so she could run. Like
Oh,
literally.
he was trying to protect me.
Yes.
Yeah.
Why is my eye fucking twitchy? This is.
Your whole
Okay.
side of your face is twitching.
So I have.
Is this what a seizure feels like?
Okay, so
I can
have
let you know that once you release
I
me.
have the improvised tool feat.
Avery, you're watching this whole thing go down.
Yeah, I'm sitting on the floor, like just, cross-legged, you just looking out the holes, just watching the chaos as it ensues.
Does she remember who I am? Does anyone remember me,
Me.
besides Arnela?
I would imagine not. Based on how these are set up, I am guessing I'm the only one that could see you.
Yeah, that does make sense.
Okay, so I have the improvised tool feat.
Yep.
So I'm hoping
You can pull the nails out of the board.
that I could use the nails or the boards
Yeah,
for that
I'm just
matter.
gonna beat the shit out of the thing with my fist. Like breaking my hand.
But I should be able then
You could probably just like kick the table and break it. It's not that. It's not that well made. Okay.
Okay, it's not dwarven tech.
Yeah. No.
So we don't have anything on us at all. She has alchemical
You underwear.
tools. He has a
She
hat.
has alchemical tools, and the best of your knowledge, that I mean, you could assume what you'd like, but the guys who walked through kind of like made fun of her of how small she was when they walked through, so they probably think she's
harmless.
helpless.
harmless or
A
I'd
child.
like to rip up some of the padding that's in my cell and
Okay.
get some cloth, like a long
Yep.
strand of cloth.
no problem.
Watch. I'm gonna walk by his door. He's gonna try to hang me.
So,
I'm gonna use the nails
Yeah,
to make replacement thieves picks.
I love that. And with Esteban's help, I think you can absolutely get it done.
Okay,
That's
so
correct.
then we should have enough thieves picks to open all of the doors.
Okay, yes.
Roll me a d6.
Okay.
Roll a d6. Roll a d6.
What's my door made of?
6.
You have 6 picks.
Nice.
nice.
Your door is made of that heavy iron,
You
just
got
like
two extras.
just like
I
all the
do.
rest of them.
Maybe.
Just in
Big heavy
case.
iron door.
Just don't
Iron
break
one.
3.
How big are the iron
Just
bars?
in case.
Oh, huge. Okay.
Plot
They're not-
thickness.
Yeah, they're not, and
They're like 3 inches.
and they're close. They're there where you
thickness.
could see through. They could hand you food through, but you could probably put your arm through, but you're not getting anything else through.
Just don't stick your arm through and then open the door
Yeah.
because you're not getting that back.
Yeah, that comes right off.
Yeah, yeah.
Question. So we're in our underwear, but those of us with our hair, like, does it include like hair ties or anything?
Are you
in our
saying you wear a
hair?
wig?
No, I'm talking about
Just
any
hairpins and
pins
shit.
that we might keep in our hair.
Yeah, so all of that stuff's been rifled through. You don't have pins, you don't have bobby pins, you don't have
Damn.
any of
Your
that.
hair's a
Hair
mess.
is loose.
Yeah,
it's a
it's a
mess.
mess.
It's down.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm gonna go down.
Matter of fact,
Will you take this
rabbit?
down?
matter of fact, you don't even have a soul crystal.
Oh no.
So no icons either.
You have none of that. No,
They even took
all
the
that
metal
stuff's
pin
not.
Neither
holding
one of
my
us. So
leather
naked.
underwear
I'm
together.
still
Yeah.
wearing my
Damn.
hat.
It's rough.
Damn.
Yeah, I don't even
So-
have a hat.
They're smart to take our pins and
All right.
Okay, so go. If
Yes, all
you will
crystals.
go to the
already on it.
fiery-haired ladies.
Yeah, sunshine.
Go to Sunshine. Oh, you remember Sunshine.
Yes, look. You don't remember me. I remember you.
I remember you.
Yeah, because you saw me.
You're the one with memory problems, and you.
Neil.
We just need a picture of
remembers.
Esteban to carry around just in case, like, just so we keep looking
instantly.
at it.
The
like,
picture fades. Good try, though.
Oh,
Yeah, it doesn't work.
Okay, so
yes,
who do you go to
just be
first?
there.
Sunshine.
Sunshine. Roll me a crafting check.
33.
Esteban, or this guy that formerly known as Esteban, walks up to the door and he takes some
name.
weirdly crafted nails that look like they come from a table, and he bends down and he starts jabbing these nails into this thing. And you just hear click, 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 and he goes, stand back. And he lets go of the nail, and the door goes, shwoom, and slams open.
Get to the chopper.
Like a good neighbor.
If you know who Several is, you probably shouldn't antagonize him.
I wasn't antagonizing him.
Okay.
Your face is otherwise.
Who's next?
Look, I was just there.
I think everybody but Several. So
Yeah.
Open the
Chevy.
open the sword box.
Can I? Fine. I'm gonna go open the sword box.
Okay. You walk over in front of the cell by the sword box, and Several walks up to the door and he
I'm going to
says,
open the sword
he
box.
says, "You touch that, and I'll kill you."
it's okay.
If I touch
It's
the sword,
okay.
it will kill me.
I'm right behind him.
I'm going
He's not
to
gonna
open
touch
it.
it.
I'm gonna open it. That's all. Not gonna touch it.
He's not gonna touch it. I'm going to touch it.
It's your soul.
Okay.
I understand how it works.
Roll up.
23.
23. You shove that little nail in there and you wiggle it around and snap. Oh. The
Look,
little
I
nail
only
snaps into a
had so
piece.
many.
One of the.
Thankfully, I had a couple
One of
extra.
6.
29.
Okay, you put that nail in, and this lock isn't incredibly intricate or anything, but you click it open, and when you open it, it's like you've walked into a collector's home.
Oh.
There's light on the inside on the sword. You open it
Indiana
up,
Jones.
and yeah, like fog rolls out of the bottom of the cage,
gosh.
out of the bottom of where
This
the
is
sword
the most
is.
dramatic box I've ever seen. I need 3.
And
I step
you-
away.
so those of you who are like Avery, Ernela, Esteban, Sunshine, you guys can see when the box opens, the crystal on the sword flares to life, and Several's eyes turn red, and it's like that red in his eyes, and then it flashes back to his normal eye color,
Is he starting to look healthier?
and he just kind of shakes his head and he goes, "Sunshine, I need out."
I'm aware.
All right. I go to Chevy's door.
Okay. Go to Chevy's door.
Yep.
Chevy is frantically pulling pads down off of his wall and probably trying to string them into some kind of rope or something that he's trying to make.
24.
You shove that pin in there, and the little nail snaps in half.
God damn it. We have no extras after this. Oh, thank you.
I rolled a 19. 39.
You shove the nail in, and bam! The door slides open.
Do I get the nail back?
You get the nail back.
Haha, nice. Because we still have 2 people to release.
You hear
No,
the slam
I
of the
need to
door,
release Kira.
and the stone close over the wooden pieces.
3 people. Sorry, 3 people.
Ernela, give me a perception check.
Oh, jeez. 30.
You hear footsteps,
Somebody is coming.
and they're pretty loud, coming like.
They're on a mission and they are arriving soon.
In the time all this has taken place, how much makeshift rope could I have made? Can we roll for it?
Yeah, roll for it.
Like a crafting check?
It
Sure.
doesn't take long to make a rope.
That's a 29.
I'll give you 25 foot of rope.
Oh, nice.
Awesome.
Oh, wow.
Are you going to lasso them?
I've currently got it just bound up and
Okay.
thing ready to use. If I
You
need
hear
to.
the footsteps down the hallway,
Several is gonna...
This is a great time to let Several out.
and you hear the door kick open. Bam! I need
Let Several out.
Initiative totals, please. Here we go.
No!
I wanted to preempt and do something first.
Too bad.
Thanks for letting me out. That's a pretty cool
Mine's
hat.
terrible, but it's
I
okay
have
because
one
I'm
like
in a
that.
cage.
Can I
and
do a
it's-
thing?
What do you got?
Ugh.
I am
That wasn't
going
for you.
to cast shared invisibility
Shared invisibility
in the hallway.
in the hallway. To whom?
It's
Smart.
all of us.
What's the radius of that?
Definitely bigger than the hallway. 30-foot emanation from me.
From you? 5, 10, 15, 20. Okay, yeah. So you see a spell go off. Boom! In the hallway. All the glyphs in the hallway light up,
Oh no.
and you vanish in the hall.
Oh good.
Everybody.
And the door kicks open. And actually, except for Chevy, because he's standing in his cell. So Chevy is standing there in his cell. The magic that would have entered the cell to surround him
Yep.
got eaten.
dissipates. And so he's standing there with an open cell with 25 feet of rope as the guys kick in the door.
Now initiative.
And they say, "What's going on in here?" Now initiative. All right, we're going to start down here with Sunshine.
29.
Avery.
21.
31.
Ernela.
27.
Esteban.
Dirty 20.
Okay. Okay. Avery, you are still locked,
Yes.
and so is Cyril. All right. Chevy, you're up first.
With my swaggering initiative, that gives me panache. Because I'm going first. With a movement speed of 40 feet, how far can I get?
40 feet.
Where does that put me in the hallway? If I'm at the edge
amazing.
of my cell, as Esteban lets me out, I would want to roll out there and get to somewhere a little more advantageous than a slope.
Okay, so you can roll out into the hallway. You know that you'll be seen by these guys in the hallway as you step out. So you can go anywhere you want 40 feet from the entrance of your door here. So are you trying to go across? Are you trying to go at them? What's the plan?
Yeah, I'm just going to charge at them.
Okay.
Does 40 feet get me there?
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40 puts you, bam, right there. You were right up on that guy as he comes through the door.
Cool.
Immediately to your right, you see Kara in a cell, and she comes up and she grabs a hold of the front of the cell, and you can see, if you've ever traveled with Cyril any length of time, you can see what a starving vampire looks like, and all of the color that she would have had, if any at all, has drained from her face. You start to see like the black veins in her neck as she is literally looks like she's starving to death, and she is. You gotta let me out of here. You gotta let me out. You gotta let me out. And she is standing right there with her hands on the bars, shaking almost.
Okay.
All right. So one action to stride.
Yep. With that, I'm going to just turn around and look at where my party was that I now can't see.
Correct, you cannot
and
see
say, hey guys, we got this. 60 feet out from me, so everyone in the hallway at least gets a +1, including myself, +1.
The undead kind of go.
Yep.
Who is he talking to?
And with my final action, I'm just going to punch this guy using my panache for a confident finisher.
Okay.
I do get that with my fist.
Love it.
Ooh, that is a 37.
37 will hit.
Not a crit.
It is not a crit.
Darn.
That would have been amazing.
Okay, well, that's still...
I will tell you it's very close though.
It did include the Veil of Valor there too. Oh, I didn't include my +1, so that's a 38.
So then that is crit.
Haha!
Okay, so that's 2d4 plus plus I get the precision damage 8d6 on this.
You have a precision punch.
Yeah, my precise strike finisher for a courageous
Nice.
finisher applies to my punches as well. So that's 8d6 plus 14 to this. Just added plus 2, 3, 4 plus another 4. So plus 18 total on top of all this.
There's some nice numbers.
Okay.
Except for those up at the top.
20. 25, 29 plus 18 is 39, 47 points of damage.
47 points damage.
With that one punch.
Got it.
And that's everything I can do.
Okay. All right. After Chevy is Sunshine.
If I make an action, will it, I become visible?
100%.
Only hostile actions. At the end of your hostile action.
I'm not gonna fucking just sit here. Hello?
Just letting you know how it works.
That's why I asked. Did I not?
Chevy. Yep. You know as you punch this thing that it didn't quite take as much damage as you thought it was going to. You know you got him good.
And these are the undead things?
Correct.
So, when you do the thing, it breaks the spell for all of us. Which is fine.
Mm-hmm.
Do the thing.
I don't know if I want to do the thing now. Fuck.
Well, you probably wouldn't know that, so do the thing.
I have arcane.
Okay.
I'm well trained in arcane.
Then
You
do
have a
the thing.
spell to unlock doors?
No. Although I will after this. My first action is going to be to touch the Divine Bane. Or
And
at
we'll
least
see what
try
happens
to.
after break.
Oh,
Cruel.
jeez. Yes, agreed.
So Sunshine has decided she's going to touch the Divine Bane, and we'll see what happens to her after we get back from break. But we'll let the group go do what they need to do. That, you know, I may believe you there, Laura, that this is bullshit. But, you know, this is what happens when you let your vampire run the story.
Yep.
All right, everyone go stream.
Streamer's got a stream.
Look at what your vampire has done.
Well,
All right.
If
what am I
anyone else,
missing in chat
if
here?
people don't want to, I'll go ahead and go so we can just come back and
Yeah.
just
yeah, go ahead.
and
I
knock
went
it
before
out.
we started today, so.
That's so nice of you.
Sharing is caring.
Yes.
It's like having children.
Then we need to turn this stream around because
Turn the stream around. Oh, that's something different.
yeah. So, how's everyone doing out there?
Yeah.
Normally, someone talks about stuff, and we're just kind of.
I was gonna say we're in the lull after.
Well, now that I've forgotten who Esteban is, we have to rekindle our father-son relationship. So that's
I didn't
disappointing.
Don't worry, it should come naturally. Ah,
What
fuck you guys.
What? Oh,
The father-son relationship should come naturally. It's father and son. Fuck you guys.
I don't know what you're doing.
I'm
Yeah.
Shut the fuck up.
confused.
We didn't get it.
Apparently.
It's over our hatted heads.
No, our head.
Our heads protected us from the pun.
Fuck you guys.
Yeah.
I like puns. Damn it.
Oh, excuse you.
I got light blocked there. I don't know where that went.
Ah, gosh, we don't have anything to talk about except, well, I mean, we have our Patreon that you could subscribe to and get a bunch of neat stuff. Or not subscribe, but
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah,
the thing is.
I
subscribe.
think subscribe on Patreon.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah, the
He-
flag thing.
yeah, we've
Is
got,
the flag thing still open? We should do the flag thing.
Do the flag thing.
Is the-
that's
Oh,
what,
yeah.
Yeah.
A banner for
a
the
banner.
United Souls.
Yep.
Banner.
Assuming
Yep.
we don't all die here.
It's true.
I mean, we could be united undead souls.
I mean,
Ah, maybe.
Well, I guess the three of us wouldn't have a problem. We can't really die right now, right?
Who can't die?
The three of
us
us.
three, yeah.
Elves can die, but
They're
Well,
good at
one of
finding
them's undead already.
Yeah,
so-
he died first. He pre-died.
He died at the first episode.
Really?
pre-death.
Yeah.
Actually, he died before the first episode,
Yeah.
and then came back.
Interesting.
They thought he was dead.
I haven't watched the first episode.
No, it's terrible.
Maybe I should go back and watch it just for that.
You're like, we've really come a long way.
I mean,
That's usually that is what
Yeah.
you would hope would happen.
Oh
So-
no, we've come a long
Before I
way.
joined the show, I did go back and start just to try to get a feel for the group and everything. I did go back and watch the first 5 episodes, and I was like,
This is
a shit show. What am I walking into? No.
Not that.
No.
You should watch the last 5 episodes. As in, not the first 5,
no.
the last 5.
There's actually some cool stuff we did in the middle, which we're gonna bring
Yeah.
back eventually with the TV.
Is that where
in
the
background and-
missing episode? There were we got up to episode 40 or something on YouTube, and then it there was missing episodes or something.
That's because they weren't getting uploaded.
Oh, okay.
Somebody took a tech vacation.
It's called depression.
That too.
I
Oh,
was getting divorced, so it kind of sucked.
Shit happens.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It does.
Life is bullshit.
It is.
it is in fact.
That's why we play role-playing games.
Yeah.
So that we can
pretend
have
somewhere
2 bullshit lives.
Yeah.
You've got your Esteban trauma, and then you've got your real life trauma.
Yep.
Yeah, but we could walk away from this trauma and leave it on the table.
Can we?
I can't. I take it home with me.
Oh.
And I talk to the girlfriend about it, and and then we bitch about character stuff
Yeah.
all the time.
I can imagine you guys just going home and bitching about Sunshine and Avery all the time.
Oh my God, Sunshine and Avery won't shut the fuck up.
I bitch about Avery all week long.
But isn't
Yeah,
that
we know.
Ornella adorable?
Yeah, okay.
And what's more
Or
awkward
not.
than being across from your cell is your brother, and you have to look at each other like this. Yeah.
In your
it's weird.
underpants?
Yeah, I'm disturbed. So I'm just looking at the ground until all this started happening.
Okay.
I have
So we're gonna wait for Sunshine to come back to see her. Yep. What happens as she goes
To
to,
see
grab
her, we're not looking at that.
to see what happens when she grabs the sword.
We are not going to see her.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen that once before when when they open the door after their moment.
I am so sorry. How
Yeah.
traumatized are you?
He doesn't remember
Why don't I remember?
because you saw the sunshine.
You didn't have your proper
Yeah, I didn't have the welding goggles on.
you didn't have
You
your
saw the
glasses,
light.
and you stared into the sunshine.
Yeah.
It burned your retinas out.
Is that where it emanates from? Is from
I mean, it does now.
Canon.
Seer, if you're listening.
Canon.
She's not, but it's being recorded.
Okay, yeah, she'll never watch it.
She'll watch it.
Oh yes, she
she
will.
will.
She will.
No.
She has to.
No. Oh,
She does
this one.
because
Yeah. Okay, so let's
I
talk a
still-
lot of shit.
I still get made fun of.
Yeah.
I want to know if the seer doesn't, see Esteban for 24 hours. Does she remember?
I mean, she forgets other characters, so it's okay.
Wow.
Yeah, like the rest of us by leaving us at the mercy of her vampire. Like,
So are you saying I have an underlit carriage?
Yes. You have those lights that get installed underneath.
Okay.
underglow.
And I did say,
Yes.
and I didn't say that I was picking it up. I said I was touching it,
Okay.
like Avery did. Gotta get in a feel here. Like,
She's
is
trying to
this a bad
cop the feel
idea?
of your sword.
So are we plugging back in now? Are we ready to
Yes.
go?
I'm good to
All right,
go.
here we
I
go.
guess.
Can we make any more innuendos
Nope.
in the next minute?
No.
No.
Well, I mean, his soul
Jinx,
belongs
hit
to
that
me.
battle music for me, buddy.
His
One of these
soul
days,
does
I'm going to
belong
learn how to
me.
play this.
That's what, like an E?
Barnabas
So
Sure.
put the jazz with.
Lowy.
No, it's
That
a
was me.
underlighting, like you see on the cars.
okay, as you reach out and you touch the sword,
Someone.
you hear a voice in your head that sounds awful similar to several's, and he says,
What?
"That's not you.
Oh.
No, no."
Okay,
Bad touch.
No
bad
touchy. No touchy.
Got it.
Touch.
Touch. That's not
I
you.
take my hand off of it, and I'm going to cast Vitality Lash at the one that Chevy has promptly smashed in the face.
Okay, Vitality Lash.
That is a basic fortitude save on its behalf.
Well, it rolled a 5 and gives it a basic fortitude save of a 26.
Boo.
Wow.
It still fails. Now I just have to get enough
Math.
d6.
What kind of damage does Vitality Lash do?
Vitality?
Okay. Didn't know if there's any other kind of tags on it.
Since several took his box way over there.
Oh.
$24 vitality damage
Okay.
as a gleaming bright white light hits him in the chest. Vitality Lash demolishes the target's corrupted essence with the energy of the Creation Forge
Love it.
and does vitality
So as
damage.
this lash of energy streams from Sunshine's hand, it lashes around this undead creature's upper body, and you see it just slowly start to just kind of like chip away and erode kind of its essence as she pulls it back, and it leaves just a scarring on its body. That's 2 actions, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
I touched the sword.
Oh, you did
and
indeed. Ernayla,
Question.
I have answers.
I believe you're all visible now.
That is correct.
Since it's been several days, does that mean I'm no longer slowed?
You are not slowed.
Perfect.
You are well rested.
Chevy, however, is, and at least for this,
Oh.
until his last round when he comes out. You'll be fine when
Oh,
you come to
because
your
you were
next turn.
slowed inside your.
Okay.
It'll be fine.
Okay.
And I'm no longer taking the persistence damage from the prior.
Correct.
Okay, beautiful. Just wanted to point of order here.
Yeah, yeah. That'd be bad news for you.
You need to rest. You need to hit the rest button. I mean, we've had 5 days to heal.
And look,
Ish.
new to the party.
All right, what do you do?
I am going. I don't know what I'm going to do.
I love that for you.
My weapons are gone.
They sure are.
You can still punch things.
Ooh, you know what I could do?
What can you do?
I'm going to sing my goblin song.
Let's hear it.
Yeah, that's it.
We all live-
Okay, so I have to do a performance check.
Uh-huh. Versus their
Will DC,
right?
Yeah, of a single enemy. So we'll just keep going with the same one that we've been going with.
Okay.
Performance. What an amazing number.
Is there one dude and an undead dude, or there's?
Ooh.
2 undead dudes.
Okay, but one of them spoke.
Undead
Correct.
can speak.
Undead can
Yeah,
speak.
they're.
Yeah.
I mean, look at
Have
several.
you not heard several? Not shut up.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. No.
What do you got?
I had a 30.
30! What does that do?
I. Oh wait, do I have an expert in? No, just trained. Okay.
Actually, pretty good.
The target takes a -1 status penalty to perception and will perception checks
Uh-huh.
and will saves for 1 round.
Ooh, okay. -1 to will.
Yep,
Love it.
and that's pretty much it.
You jump up and down and scream your little goblin head off in your little song that you do, but you make sure you say please at the end.
I did say please.
And the guy that everyone's been kind of picking on just kind of goes,
It's mostly a confusion thing.
he looks confused, that's for sure.
It looks-
He's not sure if you tried to sell him grilled cheese or, tie his shoes.
Perfect. So that's 1.
Okay.
I'm not gonna try that again, but it was fun. What else can I do?
Table legs.
What'd you say?
You get a nail.
Table
right? You
legs.
use it. Prevent
Oh, I
conversion.
could use it. Where am I at though? I'm at the other.
You're right next to
Am I
like,
next to that
10
table?
10 feet away from them.
Am I close to the table we were at before?
Yeah, the table's right over here by Esteban's cage, so it was like right here.
Okay.
So you're pretty close.
Okay, so I'm going. Can I? Where's?
You could definitely move over there and grab like a leg of it.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. And make it a weapon of some kind.
Sure.
Guessing it's it's a simple weapon, right?
Yep, simple weapon.
Perfect.
I mean, you could just put club on your your
Add
sheet there.
weapon.
Yep, absolutely.
Love
So
That's
you
the
did
kind
your
you do
goblin
like.
song, you moved over, and you interacted
Yep.
to pick it up. So that's 3 from you.
this. That's fine.
Great. Their turn. So Chevy, this guy on you is not thrilled that you
Punched him in the
somehow
face.
punched him and did a shitload of damage. So he's going to do overpowering slam.
Ooh.
That doesn't
painful.
sound fun
No,
Sounds
probably
for
not.
a naked guy.
And remember, you are a naked guy.
Yeah, because
So does a 25
Yes.
hit you
It does not.
as a naked guy?
Wait, hang on. So I have to unequip my.
You have to unequip your armor.
yeah,
Unequip
my
your armor.
Sorry. Defense.
as a naked guy.
Or just
Stow.
see how much it is and just take it off.
Stow. No, my AC is still 26.
Okay, great. He will attempt to.
You're like a really buff naked guy.
He is. He'll attempt to bite you.
Rude.
That is a 27.
Flashy dodge. That
Okay.
misses. I gain panache.
Okay. And
You're like,
his,
ole!
yeah, right,
Right?
for sure.
And I'll use. I get 10 feet of movement. I will move back 10 feet from him.
10 feet.
Yep.
You got it. Boom. Okay. He will take an action, and he will stride up to Ernela. The second one
Great.
will come up, and he will flank Ernela,
Oh no,
and he will
not great.
overpowering slam Ernela. That is a 32.
Oh, that hits.
Is that a crit?
It is
with
not.
no armor.
Correct.
Okay. That's 2d12. That's 29 points of damage. And a d6 persistent bleed. So at the end of your turn,
Not again. With
You
the
will be bleeding.
persistent stuff.
Dang.
So 29 damage.
29 damage, and you will bleed of d6 persistent bleed.
Oh.
That's not right.
Side note: the guy that I did hit is off guard until my next turn
Love it.
for my finisher.
Is he for off guard for you or for
Off guard for everybody.
Everybody.
Yep.
All right. Third action, he will reach around to take a swipe at Sunshine. Just a regular old claw. That's a 37. No armor.
I don't have armor anyways.
37.
It hits and it crits,
Ooh.
and I hate you.
Oh,
That escalated quickly.
sunshine.
23 points of damage as he rakes a
Fucker.
claw across your underwear-laden chest.
I don't wear armor anyways. Fuck off.
Silveral's turn. He comes up to the cage and he is got his hands white-knuckled on the bars and he's shaking at this cage. He's trying to reach around the thing to get the blade, but it's just out of his reach. He takes all of his actions to try to pull this door apart, and the door is not moving. That's Silveral's turn. Avery.
Reach the blade, dweeb.
He tried.
Is there a way I can break off something off the vine and try to pick the lock on my own door?
You can definitely try.
So what do you want for me to try to break it off the vine?
What do you want from me?
Make me a strength check to pull it off the vine, off the ceiling.
Well, that can be very well, but
Could she use nature for that? To know how to break the...
A petrified vine,
Yeah.
made of concrete almost.
Oh, so it's not actually a vine.
Yeah. Well,
Petrified.
petrified vine. So like it's damn near rock.
okay. So in total, 3. It's
Okay,
cold
so
in here.
you jump up and you grab a hold of this thing, hoping to break the thing off, and you're just kind of like hanging from this vine. So I'll give you 1 to jump, 1 to break, and you have 1 left over. So you're hanging from this vine.
Oh, this is fucked.
I think several's gonna laugh at you.
Probably.
Any actions to do that?
She weighs like 3 pounds.
He's not really, but he's, you know.
I don't know if it takes any actions, but I'm gonna try to do something I've never done.
Oh.
Surprisingly,
Get good.
I'm gonna try to speak Wild Song. So,
Okay.
it's basically just a melody of different animal calls. I don't know if it's even possible for any animals to get down here, but I try to fluctuate
So,
between cat calls and like
Hey,
just,
baby.
you know what I meant. Sir. But of course
You
that
look
came
like you
from
paid your cell phone bill on time.
Okay.
Wow.
Fire leopard and
Animal no.
Space beast.
Yeah. Whatever
Okay.
they are.
So as you start
bird.
kind of using these guttural, naturistic sounds to try to summon or coax animals into your area, as you're hanging from this vine,
I'm about to kill myself.
you feel the vine is getting warm in your hands, and as you look up, you see like almost the middle of that is like red, like there's something pulsing through that vine in your hands. Okay, that's your turn. We're gonna go to Esteban. Isn't it fun when I leave you like that? That's great.
No, it's not.
Pause on you a second. Okay, yeah, I love
Yeah.
that.
Pause.
It's fun.
Pause.
All right.
Can you open more doors,
Yes.
please?
I'm going to attempt to open Several's door.
Okay.
Of course, ladies first.
Okay. So you take an action. Move there. Take an action to
24.
slide the pin in, and you're sure it's stuck in there, but you think you probably got it. You think you probably got it if you turn it and let it go.
So one action to.
One
pin,
action to move, one action to pick the lock.
One action to turn it.
Yep.
Turn in it.
So the door, bam, slams open, and the rock wall closes behind it. And Several doesn't have any actions, but he looks at you and narrows his eyes, and then just is standing in the doorway currently.
Can I say a word?
You certainly can.
Get your sword.
Okay. Chevy.
Yep. First thing I'm going to do is I make 2 fists, and you see air start forming around both of them. And I'm going to try this spell that hasn't worked before, but
Love it.
Slashing Gust against both of these guys.
Sunshine, you're on deck. All right,
So that's a spell attack against each one. So there is a natural 1 for the
Oh my
first.
god.
It worked.
Yep.
it's pulling through. Here we
Yeah.
go.
And a 5, so 21 for the second.
That will miss.
All right, so that spell just, is never going to be used again. I still have panache from my flashy dodge thing, so I'm going to fist this guy in front of me.
Wow.
And it's going to be the courageous...
Relax.
Yep. Yeah, the same guy that I've been hitting.
Yep, same guy.
Same guy that I've been fisting all night. Confident finisher right against him here.
We don't believe in
Confident
phrasing.
finisher.
That's a natural 20, even with the multi-attack
The map bonus.
bonus. So that would be a 20 plus. I don't have my +1, but I still have his +1. So that's still right at 30 plus natural 20.
That's
so
crit. Yep.
That's a crit still. Okay. So confident finisher again, 2d4 plus 8d6 on this one. Cool.
And it's
Plus,
Excuse me.
yeah, plus the 18 or 16 this time. So there's
It's wrecked.
$32 plus, what did I say, 16 is 48 points of bludgeoning damage.
Got it.
That's
So
my
that's
turn.
Your turn. Yeah. All right, Sunshine.
I am also going to cast a spell that I have not ever cast before.
Works so well for Chevy.
Well,
I guess he's cast it before.
I've cast
but
it before, it just never worked.
Okay, well,
Never works.
mine's a little different.
Let's hear it.
All right. And nobody has to make anything or do anything.
Open sesame.
No. So it's like, this is all 3 of my actions, by the way.
Okay.
Sunshine bug. I pull like a pool of energy in my hands, and kind of, you can see like the light go down, and it's spread across the floor, and for 30 feet, except for, of course, into the cells probably. It is called Healing Well.
Is it a 30-foot, what's it say? 30-foot burst, 30-foot emanation?
It's 30 foot and it stays there, and and any of my allies can interact with it and heal.
Okay. That's cool.
So it's optional.
Yes.
What?
If you're adjacent to it, you can tap into it and heal
Oh, that's
4d8.
Ooh. I like
So
that.
this becomes like an object we can interact with at a certain point 30
Yep.
feet from you.
No, it's 30 feet.
It's 30 feet around you. Okay.
And you can interact to get
Gotcha.
the healing from it.
Okay.
It appears as a disc of shimmering light on the
Okay.
ground in a square within 30 feet of me. I guess 30 feet of me.
So yeah, how big is
So
that square? So it's one square.
It's one square. So it'll be between... It'll be beside me, where most of most of my allies can reach it.
Does it
So
also
here?
harm the guards?
Right there?
No, it doesn't harm anyone.
Between you and Esteban.
Between you and Esteban?
Yes.
Okay.
So if you're adjacent to it, you can interact with it and recover hit points.
Cool. Ernela.
Well, I got my club.
Okay.
And
So-
it can be moved through.
Okay.
Just light.
Am I close to what she just did?
There's a bad guy between you and that thing.
That's what I thought. Okay, so I'm going to hit the bad guy that we've been hitting
Get it.
with my club. Ooh. Club. 32.
That'll hit.
Great. Nine bludgeoning damage.
Okay. You go whack, and the club kind of goes yeah, and
Yeah.
the guy just looks at you.
Right. Well, no, that's what I expected. Because this is the best I got,
Yeah.
honestly. You know what? Let's do it again.
This is going to be great.
It is absolutely going to be great.
I have a thing for this.
21.
That'll miss.
Perfect.
Well, not really perfect, but yeah, I get
No,
you.
yeah. It is what it is.
Huh?
Can I?
Can you move? Yes.
Yes.
Where would you like to move?
Well,
You want to walk through that healing thing?
I would love to.
You don't have the action to interact with it, but you could stand next to it for next turn.
Correct. Yep.
She could totally stand in it.
She totally could.
And just punch up.
Can I get to it without taking a?
You don't know if these guys have reactive
Right.
strike or not.
Yeah, that's true.
You
But-
only have to be adjacent to it to use
You
it.
did see me move away from them without getting attacked.
Okay.
And a
By
5 foot,
adjacent, do we mean orthogonally, or can I be diagonally?
You can be diagonal.
Okay, that's fine.
you can
then-
take a 5 foot step, which wouldn't provoke anyway, or you could take your entire movement, which you saw Chevy move and not get hit.
Well, I don't want to be anywhere near them, so let's go. I have 30 feet, so I'll just go to the square on the back side of the disc.
You got it. Bing.
Please and thank you.
You're welcome. Okay. Their turn. Chevy, this guy's gonna hit you again, or attempt to hit you.
No, thank you.
He's gonna claw at you. That's a 33 to hit.
That hits.
Ow.
That's 16 points of damage.
Bad touch.
And then he's going to try to overpower and slam you for his second strike.
Go away, please.
That's a 30. 30.
Yep, that hits.
That's crap damage. That's 10 piercing, and you will have a d6 persistent bleed.
Oh shoot, I forgot to do my bleeding.
Oh, I'll get you, don't worry.
You said 10 piercing,
Yep.
and then 1d6 persistent bleed.
It'll roll at the end of your turn.
Got it.
You know, it's kind of nice just sitting in this cell right now, actually. I'm just watching everybody
Arnela,
else
you'll take
get
6.
involved.
Okay, so it says I can roll after I take the
Yep.
damage. I can try to roll my way
Roll
out
your
of it.
d20, you need a 15 or higher.
Nope.
Okay, you're still bleeding.
Love that for me.
Yep, me too. That's them. Sivril will, the door's open. He will, like, bully past Esteban, reach in and grab the blade out of the case, and he will strike the undead guy that's here in the hallway, right in front of Sunshine and Arnela. That's a 31. He'll take 18 points of damage. The guy in front of Sivril looks literally terrible. And I will attempt to swing at him again. That's a 27, which will 20. That'll miss. Fuck. Okay. Avery, we're at you. Esteban, you're on deck.
Okay, well, am I still hanging on to the vine that's now glowing red?
Did you let it go?
I don't know. Is it hurting?
It doesn't hurt. You
don't know
feel
if
like
it's hurting.
you feel like as you have spoke this language or have interacted with this vine, you're kind of waking something up inside of this vine. Like you feel like this petrified vine is coming back to life.
I wonder what would happen if I woke it up.
Like, are you gonna find out?
Yeah, because I don't know what else to do in here besides talk shit. So.
That's our Avery.
Yep.
I don't know what to do but talk shit. Well, then do that.
Okay,
Are you going
well,
to continue to talk to it?
In a wild song.
yeah, I'm gonna keep
Roll me a
trying.
nature check.
Trying to do the wild song.
Are you shifting what you're saying? Are you like specifically trying to talk to the vine? Or are you still doing cat calls at your local,
Well, I'm kind of trying to do both. I'm trying to talk to the vine and also try to send a message out to the cats and just any animals in general.
Okay.
And my nature is
Help, I'm being oppressed.
23.
23. So what are you saying to the vine?
You're my favorite.
Like, can you please help me get out of the cell?
So as you express this in Wild Song, you see these vines will grow out. Literally the vine, you see where it's petrified, you see all that petrification slowly start to break off, and inside of this vine is like a vibrantly red vine with now like flowering like petals on this vine. As it grows, as you ask it for help and help to get you out, this vine will grow and you see it go through, and where the hole is, where the door is, it kind of grows into the rock on both sides.
Okay.
Do you want to use another action to continue to speak to it, or are you
Yes.
okay?
I'm gonna
Roll me another nature check.
$29.
You're saying the same thing, just like, hey, get me out of here, kind of same stuff.
Yeah.
So as you spend your actions here to kind of coax it to help you, if you've ever seen the roots of a tree kind of grow up through the sidewalk or grow around through buildings and things like that. So this vine, almost like as quickly as you speak to it, grows and grows into that opening where the door is, and you start to see it separate the boulder pieces, and you guys hear rock rumbles as the front of the wall where the door is hanging falls off of Avery's cell. So your door is just sitting kind of in place. Your best guess is if you drop down, you could probably push that door and it'll fall over.
Is anybody in the path of the door on the other side?
Sunshine's standing right there.
I'm gonna wait.
I'm gonna wait.
Okay,
I
Esteban.
appreciate that.
Serval, do you accept my spell? Are you willing?
Yeah.
Sweet. The other guy is the target. The other bad guy.
Okay.
I'm using Quicken spell, so I am reducing the casting time of Implement of Destruction from 2 to 1.
Okay.
Saying, I solemnly swear that the target's weapon will be the death to a foe. Implanting an irrational fear of the weapon into the target enemy. This link echoes at the forefront of the enemy's mind, forming a looming sense of omnipresent dread. The effect is based on the target enemy's will save. So
Okay.
they need to give me a will save.
Will save. You got it. He rolled a 3. So I
Nice.
guess his will save would be -1 from you,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
So that would be
Oh my gosh, it did something.
20 total.
What's your spell save DC?
Should be...
It's at least higher than 20.
Yeah,
Is it
it's 29.
Oh,
Okay.
so close to a crit.
Okay.
Actually, does my hat give any bonuses?
Nope.
No? Oh, okay, well, because he fails.
Okay.
So what it does is the spell makes that weapon do an additional mental damage
Okay.
on hitting.
What kind of mental damage is it doing?
Let me find... Because I closed the spell.
Persistent.
Yeah, so on failure, the target's weapon deals an additional 2d6 persistent mental damage to the target enemy. If the enemy is critically hit by the weapon, the enemy is doomed for 1 as long as it takes this persistent mental damage.
Okay.
I've read Doomed. It's not
Yeah,
happy.
Doomed is not nice.
No, you'd rather just die. Death is better than doomed.
Okay.
Doomed
so that's,
is not
One
happy.
action, right?
Yeah, that's one action.
One action.
Next action, I'm gonna move up to that mother trucker right there, the one that's up close, and I'm going to touch them with my head.
With your head.
And I am casting Blood Feast. So,
That's a
it's
2-action spell.
Yeah,
Okay. What's it do?
Oh my god.
actually, I can't because I moved.
That's right.
I can't do it.
That's right.
Okay.
Now, I don't think you
Decent to him
didn't
anyway,
need to move.
Okay,
Because you
then-
could be here
then I
and be
didn't move.
diagonal to here.
I can't see really. 'Cause
You're good.
So I didn't move.
Okay.
So I'm casting Blood Feast.
Love it.
And what happens, your head splits vertically into an enormous maw, which feasts upon the target's blood, dealing 12d6 piercing damage. Depending on your spell attack roll after the spell, your head sews back together as if it has never split apart. You gain temporary hit points for 1 minute, equal to half the piercing damage the target takes.
Okay. So you turned into a demigorgon.
Yeah.
And,
eat face.
roll to hit.
All right.
Oh, nice.
15 plus 19 is a lot.
34.
34.
34. That is a hit.
I relate.
+1 for yourself.
Yeah. Plus 1 more.
35.
Yep. That's still a hit.
Yeah, but not a crit.
No.
All right, so can I borrow some d6s?
I got plenty.
No.
Yeah.
Chevy comes equipped with all the d6s.
Okay.
I mean, I could still use more. I need
many
12
do
of
you-
these.
Oh, I've got 12 exactly.
Oh.
Huh, weird.
There you go.
It's like he has something
it's
that does
like
12.
I am prepared for 12d6 crit.
There's
Right.
Fuck him up, whoever you are.
Nom, bad guy.
Let's go, new guy.
So, let's go.
Rah rah ree. Kick him in the knee.
I think I need to resend that meme into the group about who is
Who the
Esteban.
fuck is this? Who the fuck is it?
Why's this guy got a weird head?
All right, so 12, 13, 14, 15, 16.
It's like he's missing something, like a hat.
No, he has a hat.
He has a hat.
Oh, he has.
That's
one
all he
right
has on.
now? Shock.
That's all he has on.
41. 41 points of nom.
You,
Of nom damage.
Oh, num num.
41 piercing.
as to quote my friend on Mondays, you may dispatch your foe.
Ooh.
I just bite this, just crush him, and basically the maul eats half of him.
Okay, as Esteban,
And the hat's on one side.
yeah,
It's
Yes.
split around the hat.
yeah,
God.
as Estegorgon bites, as Estegorgon bites bites the skeletal alchemical undead, you see this liquid just shoot out of these tubes into the surrounding area around him, and he crunches into a pile of bone on the ground. Chevy.
Oh. First action, I'm going to try to disarm this guy with that rope that I've got. I'm going to wrap it around his arm and try to rip the club that he's got or whatever he's got in his hand. I'm going to try to rip it out of his hand. Maybe even rip his whole arm off if I can.
Athletics versus 4, correct?
Yes.
Alrighty.
That's only a 26, 27, 28.
No, sir.
All right.
You wrap that thing around it and you go, "Hua!" And then the little guy just kind of goes,
Okay. I'll try it again.
okay.
It's a little bit better. That's a 33.
That'll get it. So you yank.
It's just a success, so
Yeah.
he just got a -2 to attack rolls with
Yeah.
that now. But that does give me panache,
Cool.
which is all I really needed so that I can do my fisting again.
Look,
This time I'm going to do
we've talked
a
about
different
this.
finisher. This is the bleeding.
know
It's
that.
called bleeding finisher. I picked this up at level 10.
Okay.
yeah, because
so
the fist makes.
Yeah, that
that's not going to do it. It's a natural 1.
Okay.
fist
That'll
yourself.
Into your turn.
It's into my turn.
You take 6 persistent bleed. You need to make me a DC 15 to stop that bleed.
That's a 16.
Okay. You are no longer bleeding, but you do take 6 persistent from that bleed. Sunshine.
I'm gonna tap into my well
Okay.
because I've been hit once.
Okay.
And
So that's interact. So that's 1.
yep. And the other guy's still standing.
The other guy's still standing.
Okay, I'm gonna do Vitality Lash again.
Well, bam. Get him.
So basic fortitude.
Basic fortune save. You got it. That's not good for you.
He still takes half.
Then you okay. That's 38, 39.
Damn.
Is that a critical success?
It is a critical success. So I guess he doesn't take anything.
So this lash comes out and it leeches around, kind of wraps around where he was on before. And as she kind of sends that vitality energy, you see the thing just kind of twist and turn and just kind of break free of the lash and sends it back towards Sunshine. And doesn't do anything to him. That's all you, right? Ernela.
I need to interact with the
Just takes 1 action to interact,
shiny thing.
and then Sunshine will tell you how much you get back.
48.
4d8 or the number 4t8?
4d8.
Oh,
So it
rolled.
starts at like 40-10, then it goes to 48, then it goes to 46, and then 44, right? Does it count down like that?
I don't know.
No.
No? Is it just 48 the whole time?
Every time that they interact with it, they heal 4d8.
Oh,
Am I rolling 4d8 then?
Would you like me to roll it?
I don't care. I have 1d8 out.
I have 4.
How long does that stay out there?
Until it's been used 5 times.
ooh, that's real good. Several will not be using that.
No.
No, no.
No, we will not.
Chevy will
This
probably
is a
be
way
using that
for me
soon.
to share my healing without
Yeah,
Having to touch
without
people.
making me have to run 31 feet away.
20.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's 1 for you, Ernela.
Great.
Solid use of 1 action.
Well, I needed to do something.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay. Why not? Can I run up to the bad guy
You certainly can.
and I'll try to swat at this one with my club?
Would you like to flank with Chevy?
Sure, does that help me?
It does.
Okay, then absolutely, I would love to do that.
I knew you would.
Thank you.
Off guard with him.
How about a 29?
That'll hit.
Great. What does flanking with Chevy mean?
Just makes it easier for you to hit him.
He has a
Perfect.
-2 to AC.
Love this. 7 points of bludgeoning damage.
Bad!
I know, it's like poking him with a
Yeah.
toothpick.
It's every little bit counts.
Makes me feel better about myself, though.
Okay.
So that's my 3.
Yep, and then
Oh, and my persistent.
you'll take 3, and you need to make a DC 15 flat check.
Unless that 20
Ooh,
healed you
18.
to-
Wait, did the 20 heal you all the way up?
It did not.
Okay.
Damn.
So you take 3, and you will stop your persistent bleed with the 18. All right. This guy's turn. Chevy, he's not thrilled with you.
Other guy died.
Yeah. He's also not thrilled. 'Cause
21
he's
probably is
dead.
not going to get you.
No.
He will try again. That'll miss.
How many points of persistent? Or how many damage did I do?
How many damage did you do?
Yeah, 'cause I get to break it.
He's going to move away
like
through the
41.
door
41. Yeah.
and off the screen.
Oh. We scared him away.
Nah, he can't get away. Kill him.
Several will chase him down. And you see Several run down the hallway and vanish in through a door.
He's got that.
Yeah, but we can't leave him.
Never said we would.
You're the most likely one to be left. You're in the cell still.
Well, the door is unlocked. I could just push it open, but I don't want to hurt you.
Kira's the only one locked in a cell at the moment.
Okay, you hear the sounds of combat down a hallway, sword swinging, slamming into bone. And Avery, where are you?
Okay. Hey, Sunshine, can you move a little bit so I can get out? The door's just gonna fall. Not currently. Really?
She didn't move.
Is it far enough away for the door to get pushed down?
If you push it straight out,
I
the
move?
door's going to fall onto Sunshine.
Oh my god. Is there a way I could just push it,
It's
like...
5 foot wide, 10 foot tall, and Sunshine is...
Okay, can I crack it open
You
so
could
I
probably
can slip
slide
through?
it. You could probably grab it and do a little bit of strength checking and slide it.
Pull it towards
Strong
you.
Avery. Here we
Well,
go.
Into the cell.
Find out.
Pool.
No, that's 3.
So Avery goes up and grabs the door, and she's like, "Okay." And her
she
face like
slides.
turns red, and she's like hanging from a door that's got nothing supporting it, almost.
How much does she weigh? Like 4 pounds?
Yes, soaking wet.
But it makes it easy.
That's one action.
Stealthy.
Would you like to do it again?
Is there anyone that's not busy that can help me open the door?
Not currently in like your turn order. Esteban would be the next one. He could come over and help you. But you'd have to wait for him. You want to ready an action to help him move the door?
Yeah, I'm gonna
Okay.
do that.
Esteban.
Hey, Esteban, can you help me?
You don't
Oh,
open the
sorry.
door?
You don't know his name, but this guy.
You
What's your
man.
face?
What's your face?
Hey, new
Hi.
guy.
You with the hat and the weird head.
Yeah.
And no underpants.
Estegorgon. Roll me a strength check. Roll a natural or roll a 20. And tell me what you get.
It'd be nice if I could do that. And I rolled another 3. Screw
The door
this
falls on
dice.
her.
What did you get?
Natural 1.
Natural 1. Okay, so
No.
Esteban grabs the door and pulls.
Damn it.
And Avery pulls, and the door falls out. Boom, and lands.
Can I get a reflex check? Damn.
5 points of damage, Sunshine, as this door just boom, and you are prone on the ground.
Should
It's
also
not what
hit
we
me
were
too.
trying to do.
So your guys are trying to pull it into the slot to get it to fall away, because it can't go into her. It can't go into her cell because they broke the outside of the wall away. So the only place for the door to go is either in the slot or out onto Sunshine. You're pulling it. You roll a 1. It goes out onto Sunshine.
Oh my god, Sunshine, are you okay? I'm sorry. That's what I was trying to avoid.
Sunshine, you don't even remember your name. No, that's not true.
Wow. Okay.
No, you are laying on the ground with an iron door on you. And
Oh.
Speaking of help, I'm being repressed.
we find ourselves to Chevy.
First action is move to the well. I'll position myself in a way that I can turn around and lift that door up as well. So,
So we'll get you there, and you can just pick the door up.
Yep. So first action is move. Second action is I'm going to
Touch the
touch the well. So how much was that? 4d8.
48.
Yeah.
Can
Yes.
you roll that for me? I don't have d8s out. So.
And then
See, look
I'll,
at us over here.
100% you can pick the door up with her trying to get it off. You
Okay.
guys have no problem. There's 4 of you there now. You can pick the door
Okay.
up.
I don't believe
15.
it.
15 points.
It has 2 more taps.
Okay.
You don't have
We
to do
can
it like...
we can move out of rounds if you guys, because no one's bleeding, right?
My persistent is gone.
Okay, so we can move out of combat rounds if you'd like, and let you move on down the way if you'd like. Okay, Jinx, take us out of combat, sir.
Is anybody else hurt? Because I could touch it again.
Touch it again.
Okay.
I'm hurt a little bit, but
It has 2 more uses.
I can also heal.
Okay.
It has 2 more uses.
I'll use it
I mean,
once.
I'm down 18, so I'm not like terrible.
Down 17. So.
I'm only like down 10.
Okay.
Oh,
I don't care who uses
me and
it.
You use it once.
Okay,
Yeah, you guys use it.
we'll each use it once.
Yep. So that's for me.
18.
Hey, that's what I needed.
Can I aid in medicine?
Thank you.
No, this is just magic.
It's for the well. Yeah.
Can I try to help heal Sunshine?
12.
Yeah. If you want to take the time to heal Sunshine.
Sunshine's not standing still.
Oh, you were hurt?
Oh.
You should have
I mean,
taken
she took like
Got a door
5 from the
landed
door.
on
that's
me.
true.
Do you need that 12?
No,
Okay.
I'll be fine. I'm going out the door towards
So
So
as
well's
you
gone.
walk out the door, you walk into a giant hallway that runs right and left. You're at like the T intersection, right and left. As you look down the hallway, you see Cyril pulling the sword out of the undead thing and that green liquid spraying all over the sides of this hallway that were in the tubes of the alchemical animated undead. Cyril kind of pulling that blade out, and he swings around, and you see like his eyes are red, and then it kind of fades back to that his normal eye color, and he's like, "We have to leave. We have to get out of here.
Kara's still locked in the cell.
We have to get her out."
Yeah, come
And-
back.
So he, like, almost on the verge of like an anxiety attack, like he comes back toward the door, and he's just kind of pacing back and forth at the front of the door while you guys are having this conversation.
What does her cell look like inside?
It just looks like a very raw, generic cell, but as you look at it, it looks like it may have the same kind of lining on the inside that Cyril had, and she is at the door, like white-knuckled.
Yeah,
Several.
Can you make it so she can't attack any of us? Because she looks like she's about ready to eat everyone.
She'll be fine.
She's-
She won't hurt you.
She's very hungry.
I'm very hungry.
Let's go, new
I
guy.
know.
Let's go, new guy.
Oh, and please tell me that your head doesn't do that just naturally. That was a spell.
It was magic.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because
That's awesome.
No, that was amazing.
what the fuck was that?
It was very nasty magic, but, and I feel like I got alchemical goo in places that shouldn't have goo. Anyway,
I need to figure out how to cast something that prevents diseases.
yeah.
What'd you get?
If he's gonna keep eating people,
23.
23. So you shove that nail in. You go to kind of turn it around, and you spin it, and the nail breaks. Spam.
I think I have like one more though.
I think you have 2 more. Because you've gotten some of them back.
I got it.
Okay. You shove the nail in, you
About
swing it
32.
around. What'd you end up with?
32.
You're able to pull the nail back out and take it with you.
Now,
So
when I-
you have 2
makeshift.
makeshift nail lock picks left.
When
Make sure
I-
you keep that in mind.
Yes.
We might need those.
When I open this, you won't try to kill us, will you?
As soon as you click, she pulls the door open
jeez.
and comes out in the hallway, and she walks over and she stands behind Sunshine, and she's physically like shaking and agitated, and you see like her mouth is kind of like shaking, and she's like, "We have to go, we have to go, we have to go, we have to go," and she just kind of is like repeating that in her like,
Because she's
And-
on
and
the
that-
verge of like losing it.
and that like island, like, "We have to go, we have to go, we have to go," like, and Cyril is not quite at that point, but he is very agitated.
Let's go.
Really quick, what weapons were these guys using?
They had claws.
Oh, they were just claws. Okay.
Yep.
We need to get our stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, because she needs to go in the box if we go outside and it's daylight.
Yeah, we could.
I
Yeah,
think
we.
that's the least of our concerns if we don't have our icons anymore.
As you walk out the
Or
door,
our clothing.
you are standing in a hallway.
Clothing is not as much the problem. It's the icons that I'm more worried about.
All right. So, we're going to.
You are presented with a right or a left turn.
This is out the doorway that.
Out this
way.
doorway.
So was there anything back that way, or did it just end?
It just ended.
It just ended. Okay. Cool.
Right hand rule. We'll just go right. Keep going right.
I mean, so when Sivril left, he went right because the guys
went this
right.
direction because that's where the guy went.
Yeah.
So I figure I would agree. We go right because that seems like if the guy was retreating towards something.
So you want to go this way?
Probably retreating toward more help.
Well,
Right.
there's that.
So if we pick a direction and we go and we find and we look everywhere, but we just pick a direction and stay going that direction and keep going that direction until we
Avery,
get all the way around.
which way?
Oh yeah. You can do the thing.
She got to take 10 minutes.
Either 10 minutes here, where we have a direction, or 10 minutes where we wander the wrong direction.
You can focus on any
Okay.
of our icons that we're missing.
So do you just sit down where you're standing? What do you do?
I will try to distance myself a little bit just to have
Where do
like,
you go?
some silence, probably on the other side of the hallway, like
Like,
the other direction.
so if they're
where
going to go
everybody
this
else is.
direction, you kind of come down here?
Yeah.
Okay. As you take a few steps that direction, you find yourself standing in a dusty hallway that has physical footprints in them, where it looks like something has walked recently. And along both sides of the hallway are stone statues of what humanoids, there may be some elves, they're just stone statues standing with armor and swords that are all made of stone, standing in this hallway. And as you kind of look around, you're like, oh, that's fucking weird. And you look down the other direction, and it's a dusty hallway with stone humanoids, elves, and other heroes with swords and shields and shit just standing in this hallway. Go ahead and roll me whatever you're going to make for your 10 minutes.
I'm kind of concerned about this, but 24.
Okay. You sit down just like in the middle of the hallway and you start to kind of gather yourself. At first, it's kind of difficult because you hear Kara, we have to go, we have to go, we have to go, like, we have to go, we have to go, we have to go. And she's kind of like in that, having a damn near nervous breakdown. Sunshine, she is like grabbing at your shirt, like, or I guess your underwear, like bra strap. She's like, we have to go, we have to go. She's like got a hand in your hair and she's like having a full-on panic attack. But with a 24, you do feel the presence of your icons, other than obviously Sivril's, because you can feel his,
And Esteban's.
which is there, and Esteban's. But you do feel your icons, and you do get a general direction, but it feels like from where you are, it's kind of just deeper into the cave. So think of like you came out this door and the door goes like this. You're getting kind of the sense that it's like over here.
So, like, if I kept going down this hallway, like,
Maybe if the hallway goes and turns to the left, or if this hallway goes and turns to the right, you may be heading in the right direction. Either way may take you, but you need to go away from the door that you came out of. So like you walked out this way, your icons are this direction.
okay. I hurry back to the others because I know that Several and Kira are starving. So I tell them, like, if we just keep going, like, I have a sense that the icons are this way. I just not exactly sure where, but it's definitely further down and away from here.
Did you see anything while you went down that way?
Just creepy statues of elves and dwarves and whatnot.
Okay.
Okay. Can I roll a survival to look for tracks and
Yeah.
try to figure out which, like, most used direction?
Sure.
And can I
It's a
cast
28.
invisibility sphere once we start walking?
Invisibility sphere.
Yes.
How long does that last?
10 minutes.
And how many can you? Is it 10 feet around you? What is the?
Yes.
Okay, so 10 feet around Avery. She's casting an invisibility sphere. Sunshine, it looks like these guards walk from both directions, come to the middle, go into your room, come out, go both directions, come back, and then they one walks one way, one walks the other. So it's kind of as equally traveled.
Going with Esteban. Let's go to the right.
Okay, so as you make your way down and you make your way to the right, you have a door that is on your right-hand side, and you have a long hallway that stretches, and you can see a door at the end of the hallway.
Esteban, do you recognize any of these statues as people that you know? Stories, history?
Bardic. Do I have to roll for each of them, or just do a general?
Just give me a general.
Oh, shit.
Backup bard?
27.
Bardic.
27.
At master.
Sure. You know, based on your interaction with Charlotte previously, that there are things that take people and turn them into statues. There's like Medusas that turn people into stone. You know, there are stories of dragons that collect people. You know, there are songs about sirens who collect people from the sea and keep them in like trophy cases and things like that. Like there's tons and tons and tons of stories of bad creatures and entities collecting people. As you are just walking past, if you're not going to just like stop and like examine the whole thing, if you're just going to walk past and look, these just look like stone statues that have been carved out of stone to look like people.
I'm going to pick one.
Okay.
And look at it.
So as you go to look and you look your way through, you see this stone statue. I mean, incredibly lifelike. Like this gentleman has a shield raised and a sword above his head, kind of in a like a defensive posture, like he's defending something. And emblazoned on the front of that shield is an ancient elven society symbol. And as you kind of look at this gentleman, you realize he has pointed ears and a soul crystal on his neck. All this is obviously made out of stone, but he is clearly looks like he's defending himself from something. And as you kind of lean into this, pretty sure that civilization died centuries ago. So the fact that someone would have carved this person here probably doesn't line up.
Yeah, that doesn't make a lot of sense.
As you search this guy, I need you to make me a perception check.
28.
There's a little panel, kind of where his feet meet the floor, and as you kind of like are looking through it, you see an area where you can kind of like get your hand in like between his feet, and there's two little vials, glass vials of liquid.
What is this? And so there's like glass vials,
Like
as in,
little small glass vials about yay big and about that tall.
and they're sitting.
They're just kind of like leaning against his legs in the back behind it, like someone hid something there.
I'm going to try to remove them.
They come right out. Like it looks like someone took and like leaned it just kind of against his leg. Just, boop, just set him up there.
Okay, I'll take them.
Okay. Do you have alchemical crafting? I don't think you do.
I don't think I do. I have magical crafting. So.
You have Sunshine, who has alchemical crafting, I believe.
Sunshine.
Nayla.
Huh?
Your name.
Or Anela, right?
Arnela, Sunshine, do either of you have the ability to craft alchemy?
Yes.
Can you identify the substance?
Ernela, as you were standing there kind of close to Esteban, he holds up these two vials.
Yeah.
You're 100% positive those are alchemical and mixtures for elixirs of life.
Oh, those are elixirs of life.
Oh.
What does that do?
Pretty sure it would
Heal lives.
Is it like a...
bring these stones to life.
Yeah. So if you drink them, they would give you a D6 healing. It's not a lot,
Yeah.
but it's enough to bring someone back from the dead.
What if we apply it to the stonework?
Why would we do that?
I think these are people. At least, like
think
this.
stone-
This is an ancient civilization that died out eons ago. Why would somebody even know about it? It's like on the fringe of understanding. Like there are legends of legends of legends that talk about these.
Ernela, give me a craft alchemy or whatever your craft roll a craft skill. I mean, you could roll one
crafting.
too, Esteban. If you, I know your craft is pretty good.
I got a dirty 20.
Sure. As
32.
so as you're explaining this, like the words are leaving your mouth, Ernela is just kind of like looking at you, and she's like, even if that were true, and even if these were people and they've been petrified into this place, an elixir of life isn't going to change that. So if you pour it onto the, you're just wasting one of the elixirs.
And how old is this place? You think it's old enough to these people?
I assume this place is timeless.
Chevy, make me a perception check.
26.
As this altercation is, and they're talking, and you're kind of at the end where you see like the doorway to the right, and then the hallway goes down to the door you can see at the end. You're standing there. You don't hear anything. Like, you don't hear footprints. You don't hear any of that. But you smell, like, man, like rancid body odor, like metal, like feces maybe. It's just like, it just kind of came down the hallway. And you're just like, oh.
Do you guys
Gross.
smell that? Good.
Now that he points it out and you guys kind of stopped chatting, you smell it. The smell of just like sweat and metal and waste.
Well, we have to keep going. I doubt it's any different, the same, the other way.
We use my rope cloth and put it over my face.
Okay. So you do have the door on the right and you do have the hallway that continues down. What would you like to do?
Hey, Chevy, are you decent with your fists?
Yeah, did you see me beat up that guy?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You're decent.
Stay close.
Huh?
Stay close.
Okay.
Because if we get into fight, there's a spell I want to cast on you.
Okay.
Oh.
So the
I only
rules are
hit
willing.
really hard after I do something fancy. I gotta get bravado. I gotta like
He's
roll through people. I gotta
Only
do.
lasts for a minute.
Okay.
And also put some familiar magics back in your hands.
Last time I had magic in my hands, I missed them. So not every time.
This just adds to it.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna keep going.
Are we going to the door on the right or are we going down the hall?
The hall is the left.
So
Or
you
straight.
went this direction
Oh, right.
and then it cornered. So you followed it around the corner and you saw the guys lined up, down this way and then down the corner, and then you have a door immediately on your right. And then the door goes down. And then there's a door at the end of the hall.
Do we want to go right again?
I mean,
Avery said they were
Yeah, Avery
behind
said we needed to go
where we were, so I think if we
deeper
go
in.
right here, maybe they'll be in this room.
Maybe.
Could be.
Somebody
I'll
try the
put
door.
my ear up to the door and listen. See if I hear anything.
So you lean forward, and you put your head up to the door, and you don't hear anything. But man, it smells.
right.
Sure, we want to go in that door.
That's definitely where the smell's coming from.
I don't know if we should check this door. Can we go check out whatever other doors there are and see
You
if
could
we
walk
hear
down the
anything?
hallway, and there's a door at the end of the hallway that you can see.
If we walk down the hallway, does the smell start dissipating?
Yep.
Like, okay.
So the stink is definitely behind that door.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the other door and kind of put my ear to it and see if I can hear anything.
Okay. You lean your head in, and you don't hear anything.
I doubt we'll be able to hear anything
At the
past
door.
these doors.
But at least there's no smells, so
That's not noise.
no. But
I mean, we gotta find our stuff.
Yeah, and that's gonna be a fight, 'cause it's not gonna be left unguarded.
So are they gonna put all of our stuff in a smelly room or in a non-smelly room?
It depends on what's guarding it.
Smelly room then.
I would say it's in the smelly room.
Let's go back and at least peek in.
Okay. So
Cloth up to my face again.
as you come back down the hallway, and now the door is on your left hand side. As you approach, that smell just starts from out the door. Who approaches the door? Who wants to be the one at the door?
I'll go to try the handle.
Door handle, so like there's like a lever, and it just kind of
Just
doesn't feel like it's locked. Doesn't feel like.
I very slowly crack it open and with my cloth face kind of peek in.
So you pull the door open, and this humid, rot stench just out the door. So if you're, I mean, even though you have this cloth up over your face, like it permeates through that cloth. The air in the corridor thickens as he opens this door. Even though there's stale and what would be recycled air, you could feel like there's something like pumping air into this hallway. The smell coming out of that room overpowers whatever recirculation is keeping the air fresh. Inside, you just kind of crack the door and look.
Yeah.
Inside, you see a unclothed figure that you can see sitting kind of Indian style with his back to you in the middle of the room, and is kind of rocking back and forth. And that's kind of all you can see as you kind of just crack the door open and is looking into the room.
Can I tell if he's an elf or human or?
He's got his head down as he's rocking, so you can't quite tell as he's rocking back and forth. It looks like he potentially has like smaller statured ears.
Lean my head back out and just whisper to the group, there's someone in there rocking.
is that all you see?
That's all I see.
Try the other doors.
This was the only door in the hallway, right? Besides the one
The
at
one
the
at
far
the very end, yep.
Okay. So there's nothing else in the room, just the guy rocking.
That
There's-
with the door open this wide, and you
Okay, well,
you can see that. You know
when
what
I
I'm
see
saying?
him, that
Yeah.
I'll open it a little bit further and just kind of peek in and give a
Okay.
full head in.
Inside, it's very dimly lit. Guttering red emergency lamps, kind of recessed in the ceiling, that cast long shadows across the floor, are stained concrete and rusted iron, broken up by rows of cages, half cells, half livestock pens, stacked 2 levels high. Each is just large enough to kneel in, barely. The people, or the thralls inside, are not restrained. They don't need to be. Their minds are broken, bent, or chemically softened. Stripped of language, choice, or memory, some rock gently. Others sit catatonic, eyes wide open but seeing nothing. Their mouths hang slightly ajar, marked with silvered residue from administered doses of formula of sleep dust, submission fog, and soul binders. A few whisper to themselves, repeating phrases of broken elven, goblin, or common. None speak any sense. Above it all, a latticework of steam pipes and conduit tubes snaking across the ceiling. Periodically, nozzles hiss and release aerosol vapor into the room, filling the room with faint mist that smells faintly sweet, then sharply sour. A chemical lullaby that exhales and feels heavier with every breath. Off to one side, you see a stainless steel table gleaming under a cold lamp. It holds branding irons and binding collars and thin sacks of observation charts, each marked with notes on obedience level, transfusion readiness, and potential reallocation. Along the back wall, a sigil carved archway leads deeper into the facility, marked with one word in Elven, scratched like an afterthought. Return. You realize this isn't a prison. It's a processing station. And something here is always hungry for more.
Well,
I will kind of silently close the door behind me and relay that to the group. That this seems to be a processing station. There's thralls in there being chemically altered. They've got stuff in their mouths that are making them subordinate somehow. There was an Elven word on the other side there.
Do you speak Elven, Chevy?
No, I do not.
Did you shut the door?
I didn't close it all the
Yeah.
way, but just enough to where no one could see
Can-
out, at least.
can you like scribble it down?
Could probably.
Sure, I'll give it to you. Yeah,
Yeah.
He'll quickly jot it down for you on what magical underwear paper he has.
He has a
I'll
bunch
use your
of
bloody finger.
Yeah,
and
in reality, he could just open the door this far. You could look now. Now you know where to look.
Right.
You can see it says in Elven the word return.
Returned?
Return.
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 Be kind, rewind.
Okay. Close the door. I'm gonna say something that's probably gonna make you guys look at me like I'm insane.
You're a glowing elf. Like,
Okay. Okay. Touche. They're not dead. They're for feeding. Correct?
or mind bent to fight for some cause.
We have 2 hungry vampires.
Oh my gosh. But if they're in the process of being alchemically altered, is that going to affect our vampires if they eat?
Would
Somewhat. It depends on what they're dosed with.
I'd leave it to several to make that call.
Are you allergic to
Of
silver?
course.
Does it hurt you?
I'm not allergic to silver, no.
No, not to you.
Thanks for your concern.
We can test it with Kira first. Make her the guinea pig.
Hey.
I mean,
We don't know her.
I don't know.
I would have to look at them.
You want to just go full ham? I mean, they're already fucked. What's the worst that could happen? They die.
I have to look at them to make
The
sure
worst
that
that could
nothing
happen
that
is whatever
is
they are
ingested.
ingesting.
No, sorry. Yeah, I was talking about them, not. Yeah. Do your thing. I mean, this is not my area of expertise.
Do you go in the room?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna take some of his cloth and tie it around. The stench is not what I'm trying to fight against. What I'm trying to fight against is whatever this mist is.
Sure. So as you go in the room, you see like the mist kind of worked its way down the room, and there looked like little, like maybe like air vents on the floor that are kind of pulling that stuff down to the floor, so that way it kind of vents from the ceiling to the floor, right? Mm-hmm. So you walk in the room, and as you step in the room, the vastness of this room doesn't compare to what you saw through the door. Like you walk in the room and almost like your medical wing lights, the joom 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 joom,
keeps
like
going.
sconces light, and you see these cages lined in this hall. So think
Good.
for every direction when you turned and you walked this direction, and they're on the right. For that distance back is all cages, like kneeling cages with people, or maybe empty if they have been, whatever.
Racist.
You do see a few of them kneeling on the floor, sitting on the floor. You see a couple kind of meandering, like kind of walking. You have an elf that's kind of walking into the corner, kind of just shambling in the corner. Mm-hmm. The guy on the floor still got his head down, and he's rocking.
All right. The guy on the floor, because he's the first one here, and
Okay.
he's not in a cage.
Sure.
Medicine.
Okay, so are you standing at the door doing medicine, or are you walking up to this guy to try to like observe him and check him out? Because if you're not going to walk up to him,
I'm
I'll just
gonna
take you.
walk up.
I'll take you a perception check if you want to roll that first.
I'm gonna walk in like I fucking own the place.
Okay, so do you walk over and set yourself up in front of him, and you're going to look and check him out?
Yes.
All right, roll me that medicine check.
35.
35. So as you kind of like you kind of lean down and you get yourself kind of in front of this guy. He's got long, stringy black hair, and as you're sitting, he's rocking. His hair is kind of waving in his face as it's greasy and matted and stuff like that. But you can tell that his ears have been clipped,
Okay.
and he is sitting and rocking. And as you kind of like, do you touch him or do you just watch him as he's rocking back and forth?
I'm observing first.
Okay, so he's kind of got his arms like this, and he's rocking back and forth. You can see where his wounds have obviously healed, but his elven ears have been clipped, and he's got his.
I'm looking for visible maladies. Trying to see if he's ill.
He definitely looks
sicknesses.
malnourished. Looks malnourished. He has some like external maybe bruising on his skin. Hard telling where that's from or what caused that, but he definitely looks malnourished.
After that, I will touch him and.
As soon as your
lift him
hand
and-
touches his leg, he snaps his head up and he opens his eyes and he looks at you and he just goes, "They're gonna kill us all," and that's where we're gonna leave it today.
Ugh.
What a happy note to end on.
I love this
episode.
game. Welcome.
Where's the bullshit button?
I found it.
She says, I found it.
Warning, bullshit alert.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is bullshit.
So, we hope you enjoyed your episode of Elite Encounters this evening. Your title is very apt. Look what your vampire has done.
You know, every time that you run, I notice something.
What's that?
It's fucking creepy.
I just ran what the seer gave me.
It's still creepy.
Just because I embellish it and I describe things, and I make you, hate your life.
Creepy.
Can you use words?
And you use words.
Creepy.
Hey, so you can blame Seer when she's back next week. Tune in next
I
week.
could have blamed her right now.
You should. Tune in next week, Monday at 6:30 for Bloodlords, Tuesday at 6 p.m. Eastern for Soul Severed, tomorrow for Barnabas Brushes at 5 p.m. Eastern. If you do not follow Barnabas Brushes, he is a mini painting guy that he's the guy who runs our story on Monday. He paints all of the minis you see here on Elite Encounters for us, and he does an amazing job. He is live on Twitch tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern. Go over and follow him. If he gets to 50 followers, he's going to give away a custom painted, I believe it's a WizKid mini of a beholder of however you want to have it painted. So if you want a cow beholder, you can absolutely have one.
Or tie-dye.
Or a tie-dye beholder, he will do that for you as well.
amazing.
So go hit that follow button, and hey, he actually just turned the corner on affiliate. So if you care to support him with financial means, you can subscribe to him, and we would love that as it helps. Every affiliate channel through Elite Encounters is a funnel for us to bring you more and awesome and better, scarier, creepier, horrifying content.
Entertaining-er.
Yeah, entertaining-er. But yeah, go check him out. I appreciate that, Bono. Thanks for the confirmation of the information. I believe that. I love that. But thank you guys so much. Hope you had a good time. And don't, rest assured, Seer will be back next week unless she, takes an extended vacation, which we did not approve. And we will see you next time.
It's not fair. She's in the sun.
Everybody grab that raid call, and Laura, take us away.
Did we approve this vacation?
I said at the beginning we did not approve this an unapproved time off. So
Yeah, we
Yeah,
never approved
it's
that.
always
Super
unapproved time off.
unapproved.
yeah, it's always unapproved time off.
No matter who it is.
Thank you so much, everybody. See you next time.
Bye.
You know, my mom once told me not to trust a guy whose head opens up.
Yeah, the Estegorgon.
Yep.
That's got to be on a shirt too, right?
Yes.
Hey, listen, I'm just hoping that this guy doesn't bite me.
Hey, it's not my turn.
Your boyfriend bites you.
Ding, 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 ding.
Wow.
Was that the last thing? weird
Yeah.
mic
Yes,
cut.
it